Oh, hey, we're recording. Okay.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
All right, Sean. So
I'll
can
be
you?
working on this. I will get this fixed.
Okay. I really appreciate it, Sean.
Alright.
Keep in touch with me. I think we're gonna start though.
Alright.
All right. Let's move over to the main chat, right, Donut? He's already over there.
I was.
All right. Do you think we're good, or do you think there needs to be any other last-minute things?
Let me see. I gotta hop back in. Alright. Show me the order of your Streamlabs.
What order?
Yeah, you did drop the. I was just making sure you had the picture at the bottom and all your events above it, along with your alert box.
Yeah, it works. I like it. It works a lot like Pack in like the Gmod that I used to play. Anyways.
Alright. So have a good one. I will probably get this fixed here in a bit, but.
All right. Well,
Until
I
then,
really appreciate it, Sean. Thank you for being a guest on Damage Inc. All right. My first guest, whatever. All right. Talk to you in a bit. You good?
Yeah.
All right.
Might
Hallelujah,
not be
hallelujah. We're on. We're live right now, and we're recording.
Oh, yay!
Oh,
That means, Rosa, you can't say all those terrible things you were saying. We're live. Disgusting.
Zach, you want to
Disgusting.
All right. You guys
Never
can
knew
view
somebody
the
could do
stream if you want on the other thing, but
What's
yeah,
the other thing?
I posted.
Oh, the
I posted a
extensions.
couple. The
Oh,
link.
it's on Twitch.
It's on Twitch.
Flip, yeah.
Flip, yeah.
Right here under no videos found. That's awesome.
It's there. I can hear it.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can hear myself. That's freaking creepy.
Yes, you can.
Very nice.
All right. Well,
All right, well, I'm muting that.
Can you send me the link so that I can send it to some other folk?
well, the link's just right in the Discord.
It is.
Yeah,
It's
go to D&D
above where
Planning.
you were talking,
D&D planning.
Garrick.
Oh God, so excited! Let's turn my TV off because I've been listening.
Hey,
He will now become a recording nerd.
Hey,
yeah.
All right, so we have 5.
I must become in the mind of a Kenku now.
All right, let's also have our a mind in for our people who are going to be viewing. That we don't want to be screaming in their ears, so I'm gonna have to dial back on the screaming of Marlies when he gets the prize and Rosa.
That's not allowed. You need to scream at the top of your lungs and break everybody's ears.
I'll move my microphone a little bit farther away.
Yeah.
from my
No
mouth.
screeching. What's your character's name?
Oh boy.
You know, the greatest part about
really
that
quick, everyone. Hi.
is that-
We're Damage Inc. Name still pending.
Oh yeah.
We're here for your D&D pleasure. We're not really a very serious group.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
any D&D group.
Oh.
Let me just send my
It
link.
should really be called Chaos Incorporated, but
Holy fuck, that's a good name.
I know.
I mean, we could use that for our streaming thing.
We should.
Sorry, what
You're
did
all
you say?
welcome.
He's gonna title it that now, and it's gonna stick.
Well, I'll title
Chaos
it. I'll
Incorporated.
title this. And
It really should be Donuts Chaos Incorporated.
yeah,
I mean,
I'm
the star here.
Hold on,
I mean-
hold on. I'm streaming
Oh.
it though. Then technically, shouldn't it be human
Oh.
after? Should it be human after all?
Well, maybe the donut
well-
was human after all.
Listen to you waxing poetic over there. Okay.
Give the gay man
That's
to
like-
I don't
name
know if
shit.
it's my
That's way up
connection
there,
or
yeah.
that
Yeah,
everyone
that's
is
what we should've
roboting
done the
hard
whole
for me.
Oh, seriously?
I don't know
Uh,
what it is. Like sometimes when I think it's just when multiple people are talking.
oh, okay. Everybody's actually doing really good for me.
Yeah, I'm doing fine. I don't know. It might just be my
Since
connection.
we are
Oh, it's
streaming,
my connection.
we'll do a quick little introduction, I suppose. I didn't really think about this. I'll start. For
It's not
anybody
like
who's
I
listening,
announced it like weeks on end.
or
Hey
I won't
guys, I'm
start.
gonna
You know.
start streaming. Make sure you
No,
have
go
little
ahead,
short
Marlies.
summaries.
Why do I try? Why do I try? I'm Donut. I'm the DM, and I'm suffering. Trying to run this game for these people, and I fall farther from the truth every day. Okay, next, Marlies.
The fuck? Oh,
Well,
you're
actually,
putting
we'll
me
start with
first?
Cloud. No, Cloud, because Cloud's been here the longest. She has veteran rights.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Kat. I play Cloud, and I'm a total noob. Even though this is the only campaign I play. Yeah.
And who is Cloud? Just like a quick rundown.
Okay.
Very, very quick. Not a lot of backstory details.
So a quick rundown of Cloud. Cloud is an Air Ganassi Ranger with a lot of random backstory stuff.
Sorry.
What about her pet?
The
Oh,
code.
yeah, we
Now
always
would
forget
be
about
the
pets in this
time.
group, okay?
Now would be the time
So-
to remember that your Cody exists.
Yes. She has
Yeah, before
a
people-
coyote named Aspen.
Alright, so
Wait, I have a better idea. We're introducing ourselves. We should have somebody else introduce us. Bonk. Tell us who Marlies is.
no, hold on, no. Fuck that, no. No, you can't have a red crab called the blue crab. So like you can't have them explaining each
Actually,
other.
no,
They're just gonna
that's
fuck
perfect.
Each other up.
That's
No.
perfect.
Okay.
Yours
No.
don't even know who
That
blue
is
crabs and red crabs
perfect.
are. No, stop. You're ruining
This is the thing in
hot
this
take
world.
for me. You're not ruining this shit for me. I set this shit up. Come on.
Oh my god.
I feel like that's
Hey.
something that needs explained, to be honest.
Donut,
Okay.
Yes.
Donut,
Cloud.
come on, buddy.
Alright,
Cloud
we're starting from the
introduce
top.
Marlies. How about that? Okay? No. I think it's more entertaining to have a different person introduce the character.
ourselves. Come
I
on.
definitely
Fine.
want to introduce
No,
Fine.
the
let's
character.
just introduce ourselves. Jesus Christ.
We're a total
Fine.
mess.
How the fuck is Critical Role get through one
Stop
of these?
It's not the fun
We
way
didn't
to do it.
plan any of this out.
They
That's
have
because
the backup
Critical
group.
Role literally took the beginning part of like recorded what their characters are and continuously let that play while they were preparing for the night.
Yeah, they
Okay.
knew this. They knew it wouldn't go well, so they did. So they did.
Okay. Well, fine. Marlies, introduce yourself then.
Hi, thank you, Donut. My name's Human After All. I play Captain Marlies, the infamous pirate who he has 2 large crab arms coming back, a Simic hybrid, druid, bard, and sorcerer. Yes, that's right, 3 classes. He has a raven named Kira, very annoying, very raveny. And yeah, he's the coolest and not a coward at all.
Doesn't he have like a crab that we all forgot about from the first
we
session
don't talk
that he
about
played in
Shaq. Look,
August?
Shaq, it doesn't exist anymore. We're not.
Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal does not exist anymore.
All right,
It's in the friggin' picture I drew, so it exists.
all right. Yeah, there's Shaq the crab, who I never use because I don't want him dying. But he's like he hides around the house that we're in or whatever. All right, somebody else fucking talk.
Yeah, somebody else talk.
Somebody
Oh
else
wait,
talk.
shoot, we're on stream. We can't curse, otherwise we're gonna get flagged, guys.
What?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Kinda
Never mind.
nonsense is
Somebody
that?
else talk. Bob, you go. You piece of poop.
Burger.
Alrighty. Howdy, y'all. I'm Reese, and I'm playing Bonk. Bonk is a bugbear, hailing from the bugbear districts of the continent-sized red crab that swims across the ocean, Hongzejia. His fur is kind of palish gray, his eyes really bright yellow. He's absolutely massive, standing at a little over 7 feet tall and weighing in at a little over 300 pounds. He normally wields his guando, which he is well trained with. Bonk is incredibly spiritual, relying on his totem spirits for guidance, Ursa and Xiong. The three of them often discuss philosophy and what it means to be strong, the nature of protecting the people around you, etc. Bonk is a bear totem barbarian using Guando, the Chinese version of a glaive, in combat to keep his enemies at bay and deal out some pretty ridiculous damage from roundabouts 15 feet away. He also has a family of squirrels, which have just the cutest names. He treats them kind. Also, don't believe anything Marlies told you. He's a coward and a liar. Also a blue crab bastard.
Excuse you, fuck you.
I like how we just said no cursing, and immediately what happens?
Marlies wouldn't be Marlies without cursing, and I'm taking a stand. We're a small channel. It's not like it's gonna matter. And oh my god,
we should see if we can get a
viewers to 2.
bleeping, like an automatic bleeping thing.
Maybe.
We had 5 viewers.
But we had 5 viewers, and now we dropped down to 2.
3!
Oh no! Well,
Anyways.
it must have been Bonk's essay.
I didn't even read the full thing. You can go.
Okay,
Go on.
Tig is next in line of having joined the party, so.
Okay, well, I am Tig Drakath, or playing Tig Drakath, but will also be called Tig, I don't care. Tig Drakath is 5'8", tiefling rogue. He has burnt red skin, ice blue irises, with the rest of his eyes being black. He always wears a cloak and has gloves on. Tig Drakath has spent many years of his life living to survive. Socializing was only ever a necessity and would normally end in harsh words by others. He kept to himself unless he took up a job. His sole focus would be on the mission at hand, allowing no more interactions than need be. No matter how difficult socializing may be, it was harder for Tig to trust. Running from his life, he found what looked to be an abandoned mansion. When Tig slips inside, he finds it is being used by a guild. They, thinking he was a new recruit, gave Tig a contract to sign. He takes on the assumption and becomes a new member of Damage Inc., still remaining a mystery to all.
Wait, do I have to say, thanks to, all our subscribers? Hold on. Thank you, Clucky, for following us. Thank you to Organized Sound for following. And also, fuck you, Donut Shop.
Ha ha ha!
Should I
a better
introduce?
description now?
Should I introduce Garrett?
Yes, he's not here tonight. Too bad. Maybe he could be here next time.
All right, and he did say that I would be running him tonight, so.
Yeah. By the way, let's get Izza before we keep talking.
Wait. Oh, right. I had forgotten.
I exist.
You've been here for 1 session, okay?
Oh no.
And just barely a session 0, finally. Hi, I'm Iza Cake, or Iza. I play Creaky Door, also known as Little Baby Kenku. That's all you really need to know right now. That's all any of us know. Exactly.
I barely even know what class you're playing.
You don't need to know that right now.
Yeah.
Or classes. But I can give that Little Baby Kenku is 4'6", very, very small little thing. And is very suspicious. Draped in a cloak of eyes. Yeah.
cloak of eyes.
Alright, hey, can me and Cloud get a do-over? Because all theirs were like rad, and ours were like
Yeah.
absolute shit.
Well, maybe if you had
I'm
out,
tired.
maybe if you had written it out beforehand, Marty.
Hold on, I can give a better description. Okay.
Okay, Cloud. Go ahead.
Hi,
do yours
I
again.
I'm
Marlies
Kat.
doesn't
I play
get one because he
Cloud.
mocked my
I play
length.
Cloud Armas. She's an Erganassi Ranger. She has sky blue skin with cloud-like hair tied back in a tight ponytail. She has diamond-like eyes with a symbol around her left eye. It's a symbol that's hard to describe, so I'm not going to describe it. Her past is very complicated, and I think I know at least Marlies knows most of it, even if he's forgotten most of it.
Well, what's going on?
It's a pretty simple backstory. Basically, a thing happened when she was young. She and her family were traveling from this place to that place, and they got attacked by like two beasts of some sort. It was too dark and raining, so no one could really tell exactly what was going on. She got separated from her family, lost in the woods for a long time, and now she's with this lot.
Nice.
All right. Marlies doesn't get a do-over because he mocked the length of my introduction.
Wait,
Hold
I
on, but
thought
you didn't
Marley's
even use your
introduction
entire
was huge.
introduction.
It lasted forever.
Correct.
Okay.
Should I introduce you?
All you need to know about Marlies is he's a pirate with gigantic blue crab arms coming out of his back, and he is completely undependable, except when he is. And he gets killed by bushes and stuff.
Thanks.
He's even
Yeah.
undependable in like trusting him to be undependable.
One
yeah.
of his hands is currently replaced with a water hand.
Oh yeah, that's true. He's missing a hand. That's a new addition, relatively.
Oh fuck, I was hoping you guys would forget about that and Dylan would never have to like put it in again. Fuck. Alright.
No, I'm not forgetting about it because
Yeah.
I draw art for this group, and I don't want to forget about
Yeah.
it next time I draw
That's
art
really
of
cool.
Marlies.
Oh,
I'll
that's,
assist you.
that's what I have to use for our cover image. Anyways.
Yes.
So this is Damage Inc. So far.
I still need to intro Garrick.
Well, we will get.
Wait,
Oh,
Garrett.
Oh, you didn't intro Garrett?
Garrett can intro himself in another session, right?
Quick
Uh,
explanation: Garrick
him
is a
today.
human cleric. There's that.
He's our bitch.
Done.
Our personal
Okay,
bitch.
I'll intro Garrick since I'm DMing
Alright.
this. Garrick is a relatively short human cleric. Wears a bright red crimson robe, I believe. Isn't that how?
I think that's
Crimson,
Yeah.
Wine
And-
red armor.
Yeah, wine red armor. He's got like bluish hair, goofy smile. He is the mom of the group, which is kind of sad. None of anybody who listens to this will. Well, I can hear myself. That's creepy.
It's the second time you said
Marlies, turn the freaking volume down. Anyways. Yeah, wine red armor. I completely lost my train of thought.
He's basically the mom of the group, which is kind of
Yeah. He's kind of sad because he's not here tonight, so nobody gets to see this. But anyway, he has a shovel which can fly like a flying broom. And that's pretty much all you need to know. And the party is going to need a cleric tonight and is not going to have one. No, I'm just getting Bonks running the cleric duties tonight.
Yep.
So, with that over with, who was the last one to do our introduction? Our catching us up
Recap.
to speed.
I believe it was
recap.
Tim.
Tig was the last one?
Mhm.
Okay, Cloud, it is your turn. Recap us.
Let me just find my notes for what happened last session,
That's good. That's good.
because
Very good
everything
idea.
is a lot. Everything that happened was a lot. Okay, so last session, because a player was temporarily playing Shauna. Shauna was acting strange. Shauna is a half-orc that's accompanying us currently. I'm just reading off my notes directly. I remember surprisingly little of what happened in the first half. But
Tig reluctantly tells the group about what the hammer actually does because everyone else was rolling too low to understand it. All those spellcasters try their hand at trying to figure out how to use the hammer, and only Bonk succeeds.
Yes, the barbarian.
Some guy is killed by a rock, and we make our way into the tower.
Somebody- a rock being a large bird.
Yes,
For
ROC.
clarification.
Oh boy.
The rock is probably
Because
dead now,
apparently
it's
somebody
fine.
needed it.
The tower is very big. The quote-unquote very talkative Tig and Cloud find an archaic key while stealthily exploring the first room of the tower. Everyone else eventually comes down. We made a very colorful Kenku, who is now our party member. Tig and Marlies. Tig and Marlies drain their blood into a bowl that a statue is holding. You realize I just got past the Critical Role episode where they made random blood sacrifice. That could have turned out very
Wait,
bad.
I haven't got to that part.
And now looking back at this, it's even more hilarious.
Hey guys, let's not advertise Damage Inc. here. Sorry, not Damage Inc. Critical Role.
Yes,
Let's
let's
advertise
advertise
it.
ourselves.
Oh god,
Just
Random
conceited
blood
advertising.
sacrifice, guys. Like, what the heck?
Following.
You guys, you
Anyways.
two of you just sacrificed your blood to this random bowl that a statue is holding.
Okay,
Yeah.
really quickly, a rundown of what has happened so far. Damage Incorporated is a adventurers guild which hails from the town of Fort Hubbington. They have been taking random quests here and there, and they got a letter for an issue in a town around a landmark called Anarise's Tower. While researching this, they found out that there was I think it was part of the letter, if I remember correctly. A poisonous gas was coming out and was affecting the locals. The party accepted the quest. Once they accepted the quest, the reward jumped from 1,000 to about 4,000 because the risk had went up. More news had come in. There were more things happening with the locals around Anarise's Tower. Long story short, they traveled through a teleportation tower and then through a riverboat downriver into the Tyrolean lowlands, down to a town whose name I don't remember off the top of my head, but made their way from that town where there were several Tyrolean guards stationed up to Anarise's Tower. The Tyrolean guards distracted the aforementioned rock, while the group made their way into the tower, which is essentially a very, very large stone mesa. And with that said, they have entered into the first area, looked around, found very large dragon bones, and some open crates. And the town's people that were mentioned before were found to be missing from their homes. A local, one of only 2 locals that were remaining, said that the townspeople had all packed up their things in carts and moved them to the tower. When the party got to the tower, they found these abandoned carts, and then, as I said, they found the broken crates in the first cavernous room with the dragon skeleton. They then made their way down a winding staircase to the wall that had a demon head sticking out of it, which had 2 hands sticking out holding a large platter, and they sacrificed some blood into it, and the door opened after the demon disappeared into the stonework of the door, and it opened into inky blackness, magical blackness that could not be seen through. Bonk sent his squirrels, because he has squirrels. I think he mentioned that, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I didn't get to that part. Bonk squirrels
Yeah.
argue a lot. Tig just walks straight into the darkness and we follow.
I walked straight into the darkness.
Yeah.
And Garrick very concernedly followed.
So
Well,
far,
they-
Tig is following Marlies, though,
And straight in
like a
front of us,
shadow.
there is a skeleton holding a golden rod with a glowing ball on one end.
Yes, and the glowing ball seems to make a dome in the magical darkness. That's about a 10 feet by 10 feet 10 foot by 10 foot roughly on a grid dome. And I believe that's where we left off with. It's all of the party in the darkness now, gathering around this skeleton holding this glowing rod.
Bonk is, at the very least.
No,
I believe so.
We are up to 5 viewers, guys. Woo!
Probably everybody from this party.
Pretty
No,
much.
I've actually got 2 of my friends who are watching this right now.
Oh, okay.
Hello to them.
We're
All
very
right, well-
professional.
We are now game starts. So, everyone, please focus on the game tonight. I know we tend to be pretty lax, but let's try to give it a good go. So, you've all come into this room of darkness, found this skeleton with this golden rod and this glowing ball on the end of the rod, which is making a dome in the magical darkness. It appears, as you can see now, a stone room made of granite, and there's a stone wall behind where the skeleton is, and you can see part of an alcove and the foot of part of a statue or thing back in the alcove, like a small statue of some sort, but it cuts off at an angle to where you can't really see what's in there. So, Bonk, are you in front?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm next to Bonk.
Well, everybody stands there and stares at the glowing rod. That's,
Yes.
it's a very eventful. Yeah, like they're stunned at its brilliance and its beauty. They're not sure how to handle it.
Fine, Kenku goes out and grabs the thing.
I
If you
grabbed
want
Kenku
something to
On the back of
happen.
the bonk.
Hold on. We have a known person to actually pick up magical items without being affected by them. Hold up. Marlies grabs it with his crab arm.
Immediate roll a death saving throw. That's right, death. Yeah, you reach down with your crab arm and you pick up the glowing rod, and as you pick it up, the globe of light seems to move with you. What was a half dome as you pick it up from the ground turns into a full globe around. It seems center on this glowing ball.
Okay. Marlies is gonna fool around with it and like a 5-year-old something like that.
Kenku's gonna come over to Marlies and be like, "Pretty, I want to hold it. Give me."
No, it's mine. So one magic item I've got.
You're mean. Small child.
Yeah, I kind of just pushed the child away. I just lead on with
Pick up
the
his words.
stick after fooling around after.
Okay, so as you pick up this rod and you start to swing it around, you start to see a round room because you're sort of walking around the edge of the walls. Okay, gotta get my notes. Always gotta get my notes. Anyway, you
Hold
see
on.
this round room, and you. What?
Chat wants to vote kick Marlies.
Chat wants to vote kick Marlies.
Yeah.
Do it. Do
Or
it!
if this is some kind of dark maze.
Alright.
Okay. As you walk around this area, you notice it's a circular room, and that there are alcoves set in it, and there seem to be 2 alcoves, and then you come to what looks like a large door, and the first door you come to bears the mark of a large cat with tentacles coming from its back. And you go past that, and there's 2 more alcoves as the circle continues around, and you get to another door, and it has the mark that you remembered seeing in the village, the mark of the Sharis. And you continue past, and you see these 2 other alcoves. Then you come back to the entrance you come in at, Go past that. There's two more small little alcoves where it looks like there's like a stand that a statue of some sort would sit on, but you don't see anything. You come back around to another door, which appears to have a mark of a bear's paw. And then you come back up to where their skeleton is. And looking at that, you move towards the center. And as you move towards the center, you see a scattering of small statues around a much larger statue, which is tipped over and laying on its side. You see before you the statue of a raven, a dog, an owlbear, a rooster-like creature with a long spiny tail, a small, bald, demonic-looking humanoid with bat-like wings, a small, spiny creature with elongated limbs and a long whip-like spiny tail with a stinger on the end, a pseudo-dragon, and a being with squid-like tentacles and a large mouth on the top of the body, which has numerous razor-sharp teeth. I will put that description in chat because I know none of you remember any of that whatsoever.
I took
Thank
notes
you
on the
very
first
much.
half,
I
and then you
appreciate
lost
it.
me at the miniature statues.
Yeah, I will be
Too
posting
much.
it.
I'm
I will
back.
be posting it in our chat on stream, guys. If any of you didn't get that.
And apologies,
and-
folks. I am back.
Okay, I just put the description. Actually, somebody give him a quick rundown of what just happened.
We found
I can read it. I can read it.
Oh, you heard it?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And there is a essentially what appears to be an armored figure in the center. A very large statue of a large armored figure that's laying over on its side. And you see what looks like was a pedestal underneath it. And in the center of this pedestal, there's like a round hole which leads down into darkness. Just like when I say a round hole, I mean like fist-sized.
Okay.
Underneath where the statue was, or appeared to be that it was.
Well, I already lost a hand. I'm not sticking my hand in any new holes.
You don't
I
have
have
to
a water
stick a
hand where your
hand in
hand
the
You have a
was.
hole.
water
You
You
just
hand.
said it
the
was
water
hand
hand
size,
is-
guys. It sounds like a hint.
The alcoves, Cat. The alcoves were they were set up about. Sorry, I didn't explain it very well. They were set up about waist high, and they seemed to all have a pedestal on them, but they didn't have anything on top of the pedestal. So it was like it was made for a statue to be put there, but there is none. So it's just like it's like an elbow deep alcove essentially with a little pedestal on it that's like maybe 1.5 feet, 2 foot tall.
I think Bonk would go investigate that hole a little bit. The fist-sized hole a little bit more.
Oh, and before he does that, I think I'm going to cast
What?
a spell on him really quick.
What are you casting?
I'm going to give him. Oh, never mind. That doesn't do anything that helps him. Never mind. Go ahead.
Okay.
Marlies is wait, I'm gonna cast a spell. Wait, never mind, go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm going to pull out one of my arrows, and I'm going to stick the arrow into the hole.
Okay, roll investigation for me.
Okay. Damn it, I thought I had a +4 to that, and then I realized, nope, that was intimidation.
I just realized how much of a thing against like using our hands to touch things we have in this group.
Well, yeah, after, losing a hand, it's not.
No, even before that, we used a pole that had a dead person's hand on it to press buttons once, and
Oh,
we
yeah.
used and we always made sure we wore a glove whenever we would touch the other crystals.
Welcome to the group.
Come
Don't
on,
touch things.
roll the dice.
Creaky's gonna
that's
go
a-
over to
4.
Hold on a second, let him finish.
It's a 4.
Did you say a 4? Okay, yeah, no, you stick the arrow in there, and you sort of wiggle the arrow around, and then you release the arrow, and it falls down into this hole, and you hear no echo. So just
Alright.
you let it go, and it's gone.
Hey, can someone come help me figure out what was going on with this hole? Because I did
Okay.
just drop one of my arrows down there, and I'd prefer to get it back.
Small
Marley-
child's going to reach hand straight into the thing.
Are we all going
okay.
to do this?
Can
I
can
don't think
Tig
Bonk
make
accepts it.
an investigation roll?
Tig, if you and Rosa want to roll together, both of you messing with it, roll investigation.
Awesome.
Or you can one of you can roll with advantage. That's up to you.
Who has the higher investigation?
I have a +7.
Okay, you have a higher than my +5.
To be clear, each door has a
You get
symbol
advantage.
on it. And
Yes.
are the alcoves like directly next to the doors, or are they kind of more separate from the doors?
Well, there's 2 alcoves in between each door, but the alcoves are relatively close. Like you could almost look at it like there's an alcove on each side of each door, including the entrance door that you come in.
Okay. Just to double make sure that I have all the doors. What were just one more time? What were the doors?
Let me make sure. Let me glance back at my notes. Make sure I get this right.
I have a cat with tentacles. Mark of something that I don't think I got that one down. Bear paw and I forget what the I don't know.
The one of the doors has the mark of the Sharis.
How do you spell that?
Sharris.
Okay. And where did you say we recognize that symbol from somewhere? I forgot this already.
The Sharis. The Sharis is the being that you've come to this tower
Okay.
for, essentially.
Well,
Garrick. Yeah, see, Garrick's sort of the one that kept up with all this because he was the one that went to the library and done all of his research. So at this
Oh,
point,
no.
Garrick would pop up with his ever-changing accent. Oh yeah, that's the mark of.
He tried to do Irish, and I think he
yeah, that was like the farthest you could get from Garrick.
Yeah, I think every time he failed to do the accent correctly, it would just come out as similar to Bonk's. So I think when he hung out with Bonk's family, that rubbed off on him. So that shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Fuck, that guy really gets around, doesn't he? Anyways.
The investigation roll was a 14, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, y'all were investigating the hole again, right?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. Between the two of you, Rosa first sticks her hand in. You you pull it out real quick. Like, what are you doing? Both of you start messing around with it, and you're not able to figure anything out for a little bit, and you're starting to get sort of frustrated. And you take your pack out and you pull it around from your shoulders, and you set it over the hole to try to open it, to look inside your pack to see if you have anything useful. And when you set your pack on top of the hole, the entire room brightens around you,
What?
and you're suddenly able to see. Back to my notes. A domed, circular stone room. Dust floats in the air as you can look from here to see the 8 stone statues and the alcoves and the doors, and the door with the idea that the entrance door was to your south. You see the door to your west bearing the mark of the Sharis, the door to the north bearing the mark of the large cat with tentacles, and the door to the east bearing the mark of the bear's paw.
I
You're just sort of in this old stone room, and that one skeleton is the only one you see. Everything else is it's a relatively clean area for an old ruin, except for the dust and broken bits of statues, especially this one that's fallen over.
I would like to ask Garrick what he knows about Sharis.
Let me see if I remember. Garrick will just simply respond that the Sharis was known as a deity which appeared from another world, who got in conflict with the Guardians and was sealed away by Antarise.
If I'm not mistaken, the tower is meant to be some sort of grave site.
Yeah, essentially it's become a tomb for the Sharis.
That was in character. Sorry.
What?
Marlies hasn't been paying attention to anything.
No, I've been paying
Creepy's
attention.
just going
the
to
last
shrug.
5 minutes I've been just kind of confused. And the chat's asking if the stream crashed.
Who's asking if the stream crashed?
Chat.
Oh, why? Because everybody went quiet for a minute?
I think so.
Yeah, no, that's just normal with this group.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to move you all real quick, so it's going to take just a second. Hold on. I hate the way I have to do this. Okay.
Did you put on music?
No. I wasn't trying to. Actually, that's pretty good, though. I'm leaving it.
Yeah, it works.
It does.
Okay, essentially, this is somewhat of a representation of what you see here.
Wonderful. No,
Chat's bullying a guy. And he deserves it. This guy in chat
Great.
deserves it. Keep bullying him, chat.
Right. You can't do that to someone. What'd they do? I'm not on it.
They don't know how Twitch works.
Oh. Oh.
Alright, so, I mean, it's up to you guys. Can't really give you any more than I've given you.
I am just. I think.
Okay.
Well, Marlies
I'm
is
just
in
gonna
veto.
take the owl bear and put it next to the bear paw. I'm gonna take the owl bear and put it in one of the alcoves next to the bear paw.
Okay. You pick up the owlbear statue and you set it into the alcove next to the bear paw. And it sits there.
Menacingly.
I
It's
think
like there's all these statues, and it's like, well, one of them has tentacles.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm doing my thing by, holding
Well-
the light. You guys can go do your
Yeah.
thing.
Oh yeah,
Well, we've
Marlies
solved the
is
problem with the
uselessly Marlies is sort of uselessly holding this light up while the entire room is now lit up.
Oh,
I'm
wait,
just
oh,
going-
fuck.
How did you miss that? Where do you even stop paying attention to chat and pay attention to the game, Marlies? Come on, people. This
I'm
is
gonna
the
go
time
help
that we need to be
Tig.
playing the game and paying attention.
Look, it's a puzzle, and I'm trying to figure out how it works. I have a feeling, but I need to figure out which one goes where, and I don't know how to do that.
a barbarian. What do you expect from me in terms of?
I heard it
I-
twig.
Yeah, I have no intelligence whatsoever. I'm a pirate. Leave me alone.
I'm gonna take.
Yeah, I'm helping Tig.
I'm gonna take the dog and put it in the other alcove next to the bear claw door.
Okay, you do it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna start carrying statues over to Tig.
Basically, I'm just trying to put random statues in random places. Okay.
Makes sense.
Let me get my drawing tool real quick, so I can.
Nice.
Okay, owlbear, and then dog. There. Okay,
It's fantastic artistry there.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
beautiful. I know. Would you like your tokens on here? Would that make you feel a little more there?
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of confused as to where Tig is at the moment.
Yeah.
Alright,
I'm
but
just gonna
hold on.
continue doing what I'm doing because I'm going to try it until something happens. I guess I don't know what I'm doing. Okay.
Does
Um,
do we know what that the skeleton is in the corner? Has anyone talked about that yet?
That's where we got the thingy from.
Got it.
Yeah,
Thing
the
that you're
skeleton in the corner is where you got the.
I mean, someone could search the body if you wanted. I guess.
I mean,
I don't
yeah,
know.
Marlies is a pirate. He might as well go search the body.
I'm gonna take the tentacle thing and put it next to the cat door.
Okay.
Alright.
Marlies, roll investigation for the skeleton.
Oh fuck, investigation.
I'll go pay attention to the statue, like, that broke. What exactly is that one again?
It just appears to be a large statue of some sort of armored soldier.
Yeah, 5. That's not gonna cut anything.
Oh, a 5? Yeah, no, you like you bump it and you swear you can hear some coins jingle. And so you're like frantically searching, but for the life of you, you cannot find where these coins are.
Yep. I
And
feel
you
like
finally
Marlies
get-
gonna...
Yeah, I imagine you finally just like sort of take the entire messed up coat and just roll it up and stick it in your pocket.
I'm adding that
You'll
to my
have these
inventory.
Tattered robes.
So I'm just gonna take a slightly closer look at one of the alcoves just to see if I'm missing something.
Which one did you say that you're putting the squid thing in? Yeah.
In the cat door.
Cat.
Cat.
The cat.
Tentacle cat door.
Yeah.
Okay, on the right or on the left?
The right.
Okay. I'm just going to put TT for tentacle thing.
Still doesn't
Alright.
sound very good.
It's a very
It's a hentai
professional way
thing.
of going about things, just placing random objects in random alcoves to see if anything happens.
Exactly.
I mean, it's getting more done than sticking your hand in a hole. I don't know.
Alright.
Hey, we worked it out, okay?
Are any of the rest of you doing anything? Or you just sort of sit
Marlies
back in that
watches
cloud?
intensely.
Okay.
I mean,
Creaky's
just handing statues. Shake
Bonk,
hands too much.
at the moment, Bonk is pretty much just convinced that the Kenku and Cloud know what they're. So
Dangerous.
yeah, no one
Exactly.
should ever assume that any of us are know what we're doing.
Yeah, alright, actually, can
So-
Marlies make a perception check to, like, see if there's any clues hidden in the room?
Sure.
Alright. See, perception. That's something Marlies could do, hopefully. Please, for the love of God.
Hopefully.
Give something
When you
to
have
my-
advantage and a +8 on perception.
like, wait.
Are you serious?
We're all rolling horrible tonight, apparently.
Wow, that's another 5.
It's like
Two
You're-
5s in a row!
you're trying to look, but you get distracted by the gold of the staff you're holding, and then you notice like it's got some scratches on it, and so you start thinking, will this hurt the resale value? And then you start like looking over the rod more intensely to see if it's got any more scratches on it, and then after a little bit of looking at it, you realize that your crab claws put the scratches on there. You just have this deep moment of, what have I done? And how much gold have I scratched off? And so then you start searching the ground for this gold dust which you've scratched off of this rod.
Yes,
It's annoying.
he didn't
that
roll
we
in
don't-
that one.
It's annoying that we don't know much about like Sheris, because then like I don't know anything about.
Tig, what
Yep.
are you doing?
He kind of wants to take. He kind of wants to take his bag and like take it off of the area that he put it down on. Even though I assume that it's gonna make it go dark again.
Well, Roll an intelligence check.
Okay.
Oh boy.
This should be amazing.
I don't like that.
A 7.
Man, we're not doing well today at all.
Yeah,
So many low rolls on this. I just want to say.
You know what?
just
I'll
sort of
go and roll. God,
Cloud, you have. I'm inspiring you. Be inspired.
How are you inspiring, Cloud? I need to know this.
Marlies, you know.
Marlies, what?
I'm trying to think.
Oh, that's gonna take a while.
In the meantime, I would like to put the You know what? I'm just gonna try putting the demon thing on one of the ones beside Sheriff's. I don't know.
Okay, the right or the left?
Left.
Alright. Which demon thing?
The human demonoid.
The bat-like one?
The
Bat-wing one?
humanoid demon with bat-like wings.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to put an eye there for that.
Cranky's gonna just look around, see what else perhaps could be of use in the entire room itself, since Creaky's kind of just been like waiting for
Okay,
Cloud
we'll
to
roll
decide where things are
perception.
going.
Okay. Derek is going to begin to ritual cast detect magic.
Alright, and that's a 10-minute cast time, so.
That's correct.
What were you rolling, Izza? Perception? Oh yeah. Yeah, you walk around and you take a pretty good look around the room, and you're not really seeing anything at all, other than just sort of what's here. You can, as you're looking, you can see what looks like small. Actually, yeah. You can sort of see what looks like small footprints, and you hadn't noticed them before. But as you're really paying attention, you notice small footprints in the dust in between sort of all the prints that all of you have made. And it seems like the footprints sort of walk towards this center platform, and then they're gone. You don't see them leading to anywhere else in this room.
I'll point this out to the rest of the group by just going and pointing. Because that's what I can do.
Yeah, okay. Marlies walks over to the bird and looks at the thing that she's pointing at and making noises.
Roll perception with advantage. I want to see if you can even see the footprints when she's pointing at them.
Oh my god.
Oh, no,
You're an
no,
asshole, you know
at
that?
the footprints.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Marlene, remember what we said about cursing?
17!
17. Yeah, you see the little footprints. Looks like the footprints of small people. And they seem to come from the entrance where all of you come from. And they go directly towards the center. And then you don't see them anymore. It seems like they went to the center, and whatever happened there apparently kept them from going anywhere else in this room.
Most of the village was halflings, so.
Alright.
Halflings. There was like one dwarf.
Cloud, are you placing any more statues?
I've been just placing random places. I'm just gonna take the spiny one and the spiny one with the stinger and put it beside the cat door, cause yeah.
The cat door? All right. I'll put ST for Spiny Stinger.
Can I
Or
put the
SST. Yeah. You're setting them all there, and nothing has happened so far. You're just sort of setting them in place, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna place the dog one across from the cat.
you're placing the dog one across from the cat. You said.
Yes.
So you're talking about the cat door?
Yeah.
Okay, on the right or on the left?
The left.
Okay.
You keep saying this is making me worry that we're just accidentally somehow picking up the wrong directions every single time.
Wait, isn't the dog already over here? Are you taking the dog off of this one?
Oh
That's
boy,
beside
guys, the
the
DM
bear
doesn't even
paw
know
door?
what's going
No, I
on.
don't remember us placing the dog one anywhere.
No, we did.
put
It's in the
I
right-
put the dog beside the owlbear door.
Oh, okay, never mind. I won't do that then. I was just like, cats
I mean,
hate
I've
dogs.
just been
I'll
putting
put the
random
dog
things in random-
across from the cat. I don't know. I'm trying here.
So
No, that's
none of
absolutely
us
what you're
know what we're
supposed to do.
doing. I don't understand this puzzle.
I'll just take one of the random ones that's left over. Pseudo dragon. Put it there
All right.
instead.
Put PD. Pseudo dragon. All right. So the two left, I believe, is the rooster-like creature with a long spiny tail
And the raven.
and the raven.
I'd like to put the raven beside the entrance that we came through.
And then I'll put the other one, the only other one left. The rooster.
Okay.
We're doing random things, sir. We have no idea what we're doing.
Exactly.
All right. You put them all in place, and then you hear a noise, and you spin around, and Marlies has kicked a piece of stone.
Wonderful. Okay, I'm just gonna go to each door and swap around the ones on either side of it.
Wait, all right. What happened with the footprints? I wasn't clear on that.
They went from where we entered to the center, and poof. That's where they left off, right?
Yeah, you guys want to look, like, you know, Kenku, buddy, you want to look over here with me and see if we can figure this out? Because we're the smart ones, you know?
I'm
Real
just
big
going to
thinkers.
stand in the center then.
Yeah, Marlies, you know, is going to look at the center very and Sherlock-like wise.
If that's what you want, I'm just going to literally stand in the center. For a few seconds.
Literally just swapping around the statues on either
Detect
side.
magic
of
have
the door.
casting by?
Okay, so what'd you say now about the detect magic?
Would you have finished casting by now?
I'll say yeah, sure.
All right. What all magic?
Okay, well, I mean, obviously you see all the things that are on your friends. You know, they immediately light up with a glow of magic and the different items and weapons and, you know, armor pieces and so on and so forth. And you see a glow underneath Tig's bag that's over the center of this. It looks like it's a decent distance down. You're not sure exactly how far. Looking around, none of the statues seem to be magical. But you do see a magical aura coming from the other side of the door to your left, to the west, specifically over the room. I would say that's about as far as you can see. You just see a small magical aura of something that seems to be indeterminable distance behind that door. All right, so Cloud, you're putting. Okay, so you're just switching them around the
Yeah.
doors.
Yes.
So you had the dog over there. So now the dog's right here, and the owlbear is right here.
Mhm.
And then you had the squid thing on this one, so that'd be squid. And then what was the other one? Was on the other side of that? It wasn't.
That was the tail, the spiny tail.
Okay. Do ST. Then on this other one, you had What was it again?
I have forgotten everything.
Uh,
I think it was
That was the rooster.
Which side was the rooster on?
Rooster was right here.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
so-
the demon over here.
So the imp is right there. And then you had the raven.
Raven was right here, I think.
It was on the other side, wasn't it?
Oh,
The
okay.
Raven was on the other side,
Yeah.
so it's there.
Yeah. And so the only thing left is the pseudo dragon, which was you set them all there and nothing happens. Does anyone have proficiency in nature or arcana?
Marlies is
I have
finally
Arcana.
I have
useful.
nature.
I have
I have
nature.
nature.
I have nature. Leave me this.
I have nature.
Okay, who has the higher bonus?
Mine's only a +3.
I have a +5 to
Oh, wait,
Arcana. Can
nature's
you beat that, Marlies?
intelligence.
Can we just all roll?
Never mind. Marlies fucked up.
These
What
has
the hell
yet
is
to
nature intelligence? Hold on.
I don't. It's really annoying because for ranger, because then you have like your main stats are supposed to be strength and dexterity, but then like nature and stuff like that are in wisdom and intelligence.
No, nature's intelligence. Survival's wisdom. Hell.
I'll
You
just
know,
roll
it's
Arcana
fine.
because that's a separate check from nature, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That sounds like a good idea.
I'm just gonna roll nature because why the heck
Well.
not? Oh, that's a good roll. Okay.
Oh
Probably
wow!
won't be. I
For our audience, a good roll is 22.
I mean, 24 was
I
my
got
last
pretty
one with my
mad, so
+8 and advantage.
you got
Okay,
better than me. Good job.
Oh yeah. Kat, you're just like you're looking around and you're so confused. I have no idea. Cloud is just having one of those days where you're like, puzzle brain is not working.
I
But
really am having one of those days.
Creaky, as you're sort of slowly looking around, looking at the doors, looking at the statues, and you get the impression you sort of start to realize that some of the statues, the creatures belong to a particular type of creature. So, for example, you notice the imp and the spiny-looking thing with the scorpion tail. Those could probably both classify as some sort of devilish creature.
Okay, so the cat one, and what's right next to the cat one?
The cat one. There's the squid monster, and the
Oh! I didn't understand what you meant by
Spiny tail
cat-like
finger.
monster before. Now I get it. Okay. Cat with tentacles. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, hold on. I have to do the whole thing with the followers. Excuse everyone. Fuck Mr. Fact Sackington for following us. All right, we can continue.
Oh.
don't diss our followers. We need everyone.
Followers.
For the followers, Mr. Fat Sackington is a friend of ours.
Who can go F himself?
No, he's
Anyways.
not. He left his campaign
our
and he should
former-
die.
He was our former road.
He was our Tig.
Yeah.
Ah,
A very
Not
much louder
think that
Tig.
sociable.
A louder
Then-
Tig who enjoyed sewer donuts.
And he got tigged off.
oh no!
He got tigged off and left the campaign.
Oh,
Like it did not click with that at all because I remember what I think I know what creature the cat creature with tentacles is now. I don't remember its name, but I remember looking
Okay,
at it and lost once.
well, I'm going to remove all of the markers because I assume you're switching the statues around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to remove all these markers, so give me just a quick second to do that.
It's like honestly, I had Marvel in my mind, and I was just thinking of the cat from Captain Marvel.
So
Okay.
I'm going to group the ones like you said with the example together. And I'm forgetting what the doorways are because you did give the list of the totems, but I don't remember what the doors
Okay,
are.
the doorway to the west. Oh, go ahead.
It was a bear. It was a bear. It was a bear, a symbol of Sharis, and and the cat with tentacles, which
Not
I
a bear,
cannot
but
remember the name of.
a bear claw. The print of what appears to be a bear claw is on the door to the east of the room. The mark of the cat figure with the tentacles is on the north, and the mark of the Sharis is on the western door.
I'm writing this out. So I have Bear Claws to the east, symbol of Sharis to the west, and then what were the other two? The north.
I don't know what a pseudo dragon actually counts as.
Good question.
I'm pretty sure an owl bear is a beast and a bear is a beast. So I don't know what to do with the owl bear.
I think owlbears are aberrations.
What are owl bears? I don't know.
Well,
what
the
any of these
raven and the
creatures
dog
are.
would go together. The raven and the dog would go together most likely because they're both. Well, a raven
They're
and-
normal.
yeah, normal. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, I think that the being with squid-like tentacles and a large mouth, or excuse me, the cat, like that might be a displacer beast.
Yeah, that was the name. Yes, I keep
You guys are
forgetting.
saying
okay.
words that are going through but not understanding. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
so the
Good
two
for
most
you.
The two most demonic creatures go next to the friggin' cat thing. Okay.
Yes.
I don't see the logic in that, but sure. Do what you guys need to do. I'm gonna sit in this corner with my new skeleton buddy.
Okay.
Marlies walks over to the skeleton and, is having tea time with him or whatever.
Wait, you have another skeleton buddy? What is it with you and making friends with the undead?
He's Shakespeare. Don't worry about it. Wait, I can't say
Actually,
that.
very true. For those of you who are listening to this and have no idea, Marlies formerly made a friend of a zombie gnoll.
He's now our secretary. Yeah, he's now our secretary, and he's a very good secretary.
He's not a very great secretary.
Except for the whole, he rots over everything that he needs to touch.
Hold on, no, guys, hold on. He's the best secretary we've ever had. You can't say that. I mean, you can't say
Yes,
that.
but you can also say that he's the worst and stinkiest
Put the
secretary.
Batwing humanoid to the right of the cat and put the other one to the left of the other demon
Guys,
to
he's
the
our
left of the
secretary.
cat.
Let's move on. I'm gonna hang out with my new skeleton buddy.
Okay,
Figure out the puzzle.
Okay.
What did you say, Cloud?
Put the two most demony ones, put them next to the cat.
What's the two most demony ones?
The one that is literally described as a demonic-looking humanoid, and
Okay, and
which one is more demonic? Rooster with a weird spiny tail, or the I would say the spiny creature with the
I think the cockatrice, the rooster looking thing, I think that looks more demonic than the displacer beast.
Unless spiny tails are supposed to go together because there's two with spiny tails.
That's true.
I'm
This is
going
true.
to say we put these on the left side of the cat. Because is there anything above the doorway we came into?
above the doorway?
Yeah, or any sort of symbol. There's just only those three, right? With the symbols?
Yeah, no, there is no doorway. No, there's no door behind you. You sort of come down a small set of stairs, and the same set of stairs lead up into the darkness that you'd come out of earlier when you passed the demon door.
What of these creatures count as beasts? Because I would know that.
Okay.
Hmm. So,
Um,
so you're putting the imp. I'm just gonna say it's an imp. Everybody knows it's a freaking imp. I hope
mhm.
on
Yeah.
the left side of the door with the displacer beast.
Yes.
Okay. And
And-
you're putting what?
Which one is the most demony next to the demon?
Next, the imp. Let's be. Let's
Which
specific.
Well-
one's also demon?
You have to specify.
I don't.
Unless you want to roll an intelligence to figure out what they might classify as.
I rolled the Arcana
Actually, no.
with the 22. Would I be able to
Rosa-
know this?
Well, I already sort of told you. I will specify. Yes, actually, the small spiny creature with elongated limbs and the spiny tail with a stinger on it. It's in. You would recognize this actually as a bone devil, but like a scaled down version of a bone devil.
Okay.
And you would recognize, of course, the small ball demonic looking humanoid with bat like wings as an imp, which also actually classifies as a devil.
So put the bone devil on the
We
other
put
side of
those
the cat.
together.
The bone devil on the other side of the cat?
With the imp.
With the
Oh,
imp.
okay.
I'm guessing right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. You do that, nothing happens.
Switch them.
Well, we haven't. Yeah.
We should put
You
we should put
switch.
the owlbear and the dragon, the pseudo dragon together because they're
Real quick,
beasts, but they also.
I just want to take one statue and place it on each alcove in turn to see if anything happens when it's on a specific one.
So you're just like piling the statues next to one alcove and just sitting one after the other, see if anything
No, it's
happens?
it's taking one statue to each alcove.
Okay, no, nothing happens.
We already did that. Right?
It's just taking one statue and
Oops.
putting it in turn in each alcove. So
In
like
turn.
So just like taking one statue, just a random statue, and putting it like here and then here and then here.
Yeah,
In a-
no,
in a
nothing
circle.
happens.
Okay. Well, let's go back to what we were doing. Okay, so pseudo dragon owlbear. I assume that's going to go.
What
In
is
this
Albert?
Okay, so
section?
actually
What is
the
pseudo
raven
dragon
and the
talking
dog I want to place over here and here.
Alright, the raven. That's terrible. Okay,
That's
yeah.
beautiful.
Nothing, yeah.
Owlbear,
Owlbear, pseudo dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other two go over here.
What are the other two?
That would be the squid-like tentacles with a mouth on top with a body which has numerous razor-sharp teeth. And then
no, the squid,
No.
the squid-like tentacles and the rooster thing should come right here because that's more of like the cat-like beast thing.
that's more
And then-
displacer. Okay.
And then the devil should be down here by
Okay.
itself.
Let's try that.
Okay.
Thank you to Lairb for following.
Now I'm just confused.
You put all of these things in their place and nothing happens.
Okay, which door is which door? Can you just mark that, please? Because I keep confusing. I keep.
I
forgetting
did
which
say
direction is
something
which.
in the chat.
I know, but I keep forgetting which direction is which.
Okay, this big S is the Sharis. Big C is the cat. And the big B is the bear claw.
So put one demon here and put the other demon here.
The devil, there is a
Put
difference.
the
Character
bone
types.
devil-
Creature
Um,
types.
I think we have. Well, actually, let's just try switching the left side. I like to try and switch those two statues with each other before we do the rest of them, because I think we have that side correct. Because
The
my
thing-
assumption would be the most naturey would be over here, right? Because that's the farthest away from the
way my
Sharis
logic is working is
and the
that
Displacer.
the
Okay, go
statues go with the door, not just with other statues. So you put two statues that go together on either side of one door, not in two alcoves that are right beside each other.
But then this door... Actually, no, that would be normal, maybe. Okay, let's try it.
Put one of the devils here and put the other devil here.
Try
Okay.
where?
You put the two devils around the cat statue and nothing, or around the cat, nothing happens.
Let's go owlbear and pseudo dragon on either side of the bear.
Yeah,
Okay,
nothing
clock?
happens there either.
Well, we're gonna fill in all the pedestals, of course, at some point. And then the dog and the raven at this door,
Okay.
maybe.
Alright. And then what
Um,
are you doing on the other one?
and then the other two would be.
Marlies, real quick, since you're not actively doing anything right now and sort of letting them take control, maybe you could work on getting video to this, because I know this is
That's
going
what
to
I'm
be
doing that right
insanely
now.
boring. Yeah, I was just going to say it's got to be insanely boring to any viewers not being able to see the map.
Especially
no,
hearing us just say right here and right here.
Yeah.
Just give me. I'm working on it, guys. Give me 1 minute.
Yeah, for clarification, say which door you're putting it around, because I marked them, so you have no excuse anymore. Okay,
Yes.
what are you putting? The only two you had left were around the mark of the Sharis door. What two
Yep.
were you putting there?
And then did you place the we didn't place the devils yet, right?
The devils are around the Displacer beast.
Okay.
Yep.
Then
So it's the rooster and the squid light thing that we keep on leaving out.
or the spiny creature with elongated limbs and with like spiny tail. The spiny-tailed creatures.
No, one of those spiny tails is the bone devil.
Oh yeah.
I feel
Wait,
like this would be
no,
slightly
those
easier
are both
for you to name
devils.
all these creatures, but we just don't.
It would be nice to actually have the names of these creatures instead of a long paragraph. I can actually see about copy pasting this and instead editing it.
Oh well, I mean, you can always interpret and write it in the notes.
I'm editing this.
We're not having a good puzzle deck.
This is not no.
I had a good puzzle day when we had the mirror puzzle. I'm not having a good puzzle day right now.
Well, I made this exceptionally harder.
Great.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, I did kind of.
Actually, it's kind of great that Gary with D&D would and make it boring.
You cut out there for a sec.
I don't.
I said it's kind of good that Garrick isn't here this match, because he's such a D&D bookworm that he would have figured out all the classifications and just done everything, and then it would have been boring.
I'm
Yeah.
like half tempted to get my monster manual, but that's cheating. I
Don't touch it.
wanna
It's
cheat.
metagame.
I don't want to cheat.
Okay, so you're putting the two remaining statues on each side of the Sharis mark?
Yes.
Okay, you do that and nothing happens.
It's just annoying to me that we don't know anything about Sharis, because then it's like it's developed.
Well, actually,
Do any of these-
Garrick would probably know a little bit about Sharis.
I was
I
going
asked Gary.
I was going back to
I
read-
asked him earlier about what do you do, and he didn't.
I
Yeah,
was
but
going back
you
to
asked a
read the
very,
book.
very, very vague.
I
A question with a
assume
very
I
broad
would
answer.
Specifically asked him,
possibly
does he
know
know if he
something.
has any relation to specific animals or any kind of creatures of any sort.
I have no idea what he would say, because that, yeah.
Oh my
I
god!
love animals. Yay.
Is one question too specific and the other one's too unspecific? Seriously, what do you want from me?
I mean,
I want you
so-
to ask a specific question
Hey
Tig
guys,
that
would-
has to do with the situation.
Donut, really
Tig
quick.
would speak up.
Is there something called streamer mode on your end? That's what I've been told to enable.
On the Roll20?
On Roll20, yeah.
Let me check. Streamer mode.
There. I simplified it a little bit. I filled in.
The rooster-like creature is a
I don't see
chimera,
anything.
or at least
Okay.
I imagine what a chimera is.
Great, I'll fill that in too. Since I can edit this.
Also, going back to what the book said, Charis is a fallen deity from another universe.
Also, I believe, as you start talking about this, Garrick will show a little bit of interest, and he will actually mention that it is said that the Charis was a devil from another universe that consumed all the deities of that universe and then broke through the universal wall into the world of eternity.
Great, we put the devils with the Charis.
That's why, yeah.
All right.
Devils with a shark.
As you put the two devils around the door of the Charis, you're and the door rises up in front of you.
Great.
And now I
So
can
what's the
refill an
displacer beast?
area.
Is it just a beast? It has beast in the name. I would assume it's just a beast then. So owlbear and chimera around the displacer beast.
We have an open door. Shall we go through it?
In a
We
second.
can figure this out later if this is a dead end.
You put the owlbear and the what?
The one that we're temporarily designated as the chimera.
Okay. You put those around the displacer beast, and the door opens up.
Great havoc. Now we figure this out. Okay. Put
Who is
the
moving around?
dog and I don't know what around. I feel like, cause actually I don't know particularly.
Well, put the dog in the raven.
Marlies is just
You know what, just
after
put
so
the-
much boredom, just running around.
Start by just putting.
Yeah, Marlies just kind of like, charges into the next room out of pure boredom.
Okay, I need you to roll a dex save.
We're going downstairs.
Are we serious?
Wait.
No, not yet. I'm going to assume
Not yet.
not yet. I want to save explaining what the rooms look like, though, in favor of what are you saying again? Where are you putting the other statues?
I feel like because bear is a normal type of beast, and I'm just gonna put the dog beside the bear, and I don't know what else beside the what else. Okay, so we also have the suited dragon, the raven, and I can't remember what the. I feel like we have the suited dragon, the raven, and the tentacle squid thing. You know what? The dog and the raven around that door just to see if it does anything.
The dog and the raven around
Bear claw.
the bear claw. Okay. And it begins opening up.
Well, now we figure it out. Okay. Which room do we start with?
Ooh, that took a little bit longer than I thought it would.
It
For
feels
a
bit
quick
longer than I probably should have because we all assumed the displacer beast was a demon, even though it has beast in the name.
It's
We
not a
really should've
beast,
gotten
actually.
that.
It's a aberration.
Yup.
I don't know what any of these are. Okay.
Okay.
Kenku wants to go over here.
Hold on, I'm missing out because I'm still trying to figure out the streaming thing. Yeah, I
Okay,
went
let's start
into
streaming.
room C or whatever that's called.
Charis.
Room
If
C.
we're splitting the party, then we should probably at least try and go more or less half and half, I suppose.
Okay, real
Someone
quick.
has to make sure Marlies doesn't die.
It's okay. Tig will follow.
Real quick, let's figure out. Okay, Marlies, do you need me to do anything here?
Hold on. Sorry, I'm switching back and forth. What do you mean? Want me to do?
You said something about streamer mode earlier, but I'm not seeing any sort of streamer mode in Roll20.
No. I don't know. Sean's offline, I think, right now, so I can't really get much help from him. So, I think we might just have to do first session live without any video.
Okay, well, we can mess with it later and try to figure out what's going on and how to fix it. Okay,
So Marlies is going north. along with Tig.
Marlies.
Yes.
As you enter this room has a scattering of bones and broken weapons in it, as well as 2 pewter stone blocks in the otherwise granite stone room, on the opposite wall from the entrance. The 2 stone blocks have 2 symbols on them. One is of a fire and one is of a snowflake. The one on the left is of the fire, the one on the right is of the snowflake.
Marlies
On
does a
these-
full 180 and starts walking back, complaining about how there's another fucking puzzle.
Well, Tig is still at the entrance. So can you continue with the description?
There's another puzzle of a snowflake and some sort of fire thing.
What did you say Tig was doing?
Tig is at the entrance of the room. Can you continue on with this description?
Oh, that is the description. It's just sort of a wide, narrow. You get what I'm saying. Room with this just assortment of bones and assorted weapons. And these, this is a granite stone block made room, but you see these 2 pewter blocks that are, the distance as you see here on the map away from each other, probably a solid. Actually, it's probably like a solid 10 foot or so distance between each other. Actually, technically, this was supposed to be a. Hold on, let me look at something wrong. Let me adjust the setting because I just noticed you measuring it reminded me of something that I was supposed to change.
So really quick, it's a snowflake and what else? A flame?
Every
Fire.
block here is 10 feet technically. It's supposed to be.
Oh.
Although that doesn't make rules anyway. Yeah. The one on the left is a fire. The one on the right is a snowflake. Simple.
Tig, do you have any spells, or are you just spell useless?
And these blocks are about like a 2x2 block.
Okay.
I can do fire.
I could do ice.
Okay, so he's
I'll
gonna
freeze the ice one. You blast the other one with fire.
let me see the range on the fire, because yeah,
We're
Tig's
not
gonna
in
stay where he's
combat. You
at.
can walk up to it.
Yeah, Tig's gonna
Famous
come
last
over
words.
here. Tig's gonna come right over here. No, you have to go on the right.
Oh, it's on the right. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've said that like 20 times already, but never mind me.
Okay, so Tig is gonna stay where he's at in the picture, so right outside the entrance, and is going to blast the firebolt to the fire pillar just because.
All right. As you hold your hand out and you shoot this fire bolt out of your hand, it shoots forward and slams into this block, and the block just disintegrates into nothing. And at the same time, Marlies, what are you doing?
I'm using frostbite on the snow one.
So you do sort of the same, holding your hand out, and this cloud of frost comes out from your hand.
Yep.
And as it hits the stone block, similar to the other one, the block just sort of disintegrates in front of you and falls away like sand. Do you want to go look in the blank space?
Oh yeah, Marlies is gonna use his, stub arm that has the water hand thing. We're still gotta figure out what that is. But he's gonna put that hand in, the one that's already lost a hand.
So you move up to this block, where this block was, and there's just sort of this square opening with a little bit of light poking in because you still have the staff on you.
Oh wait,
And,
hold on.
you
Then I
s-
throw the staff in, like, I put the one that's lighting up and then see what's in there.
Are you doing it on the room on the right or the room on the left?
The one I opened up, so on the right, right?
Inside this room, you see on the walls what appears to be. Real quick, what languages do you know?
Druidic, Elvish, and Common.
Okay, you see what essentially looks like very runic-looking markings all over these walls. It's nothing that you can read, but whoever was in here really spent a lot of time like carving out just all of these. Well, it looks like somebody tried to write a story on the wall, basically. But in the corner, in the right corner, you see. Actually, let me do the polygon reveal thing real quick. Sorry. Actually, I can just do. Sorry.
How do you move your image?
You just click on
You
it and
click
hold
it.
it.
Yeah, click drag.
You can't move in it. You die instantly. Actually, you can. You can crawl in it if you want. It's
wait,
just
hold
big
on.
enough
Can
to crawl
Marlies
in.
really claw in there? Crawl into there with gigantic crab arms.
Yeah, it's a 2 foot by 2 foot. It's not a comfortable squeeze, but you can get in there.
All right, Marley.
And you look around and you see all these carved marks on the walls, and it looks like there's like an old broken down bed, and then in the corner you see a, a shield with sort of a very what's the word I'm trying to say? Actually, let me find the picture that I
Oh
found
boy,
earlier.
I should sell this thing for another 20 deaths.
You see, I'm gonna save the freaking picture and send it to you because I don't actually know how to describe this.
Oh, awesome. I'll describe it.
Oh, so useful for the people listening to this.
Yes.
Shit, you're right, aren't you?
Don't worry, I can throw an image up in the chat. So while Donut's, ending that message, let's go and look over to chat. We got an F in chat. Let's see. Marlies, don't make me join the voice chat. Alright, thanks, Sackington. Crab smell. All I smell is heresy. How'd that vote go for getting Marlies thrown out? 3 yeses. Not a single no.
I didn't vote.
Thank
So you see this somewhat arrow-shaped steel shield, which seems to have teeth and eyes and little horns that come up. It's not nearly as alive looking as it looks in this picture, but it's laying on top of this large skull, large
I don't like
white
the way
skull.
that looks at all.
It's laying on top of this large white skull, which really resembles the bone devil from earlier, but like a life-size skull of a bone devil that it's sitting on top of. It's just grinning up at you.
Alright,
Very friendly. Definitely not dangerous or nothing.
yeah, Marlies is gonna pick it up with his crab claws.
Alright, you pick it up with your crab claws and you flip it around, and strangely you notice there's no handle on the back of the shield.
Yeah, Marlies is putting that piece of shit down.
Alright, you put it down.
And then he's gonna pick it back up, put it down, pick it back up, and put it down.
Are you going to describe any of this to anyone else to see if anyone can read the
No,
language?
Marlies is gonna take it and, just kind of hold it at a crab arm's distance, you know what I mean?
Marlies is being Marlies. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay,
So, Since
Take
the
you
door
wanna look
didn't
at-
come down, Tig's gonna venture in a little further and look through the window or the area that he blew.
I'd love
Okay,
to perhaps see if I can
um,
read that, but
In this small room, you see a room that's scattered about with refuse, and you see the remains of a dead being, a dead humanoid, sort of slouched in the corner with like this gigantic arrow through its chest. Or at a closer look, it's not an arrow, but like a long white spine.
Mm.
And you see is wearing, draped around this, all that's remained is a skeleton. Draped around it is eloquent blue robes with golden trimming. And you see just like a pouch of gold, and there's just a bunch of gold coins scattered around the room. A pretty decent amount.
Or at least like punches through the wall and hears the gold. He smells it.
Marliese is currently like picking up and putting down a shield and picking up and putting down a shield as you're looking in here. Do you choose to do anything?
He'll crawl through.
All right. Easy enough for small Tig.
Yeah.
You're in
So-
the room.
Is there any writings or anything in here?
No. You don't see anything off the top. You can roll perception.
Cool. One of my bad ones. Roll 20. And roll. 12.
12.
12.
Yeah, no, you're not really seeing anything beyond what you see here on the surface. You just see this blue-robed, dead skeletal figure. These gold coins scattered across the ground, and that's it.
He'll gather the gold.
Yeah, can I call Tig?
Are you going to try? Are you going to try to gather it quietly? Or are you going to let it cling about?
He would gather it quietly. He's a rogue.
Roll sleight of hand.
Awesome.
Marliese is listening.
And Marliese, at the same time, I want you to roll perception with advantage.
You just are Mr. Krabs. That's all you are.
You know what? I'm not
Oh, I don't
ashamed
know
of
if
that
you
either.
can beat that. I don't think you can beat that with advantage.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, roll for a nat 20.
All right.
Oh my lord.
I almost without now. I just rolled a natural 20.
I can't believe that. Oh my lord.
Literally, right when we didn't need a nat 20, the computer was like, yep,
Oh no
here
no
you
no,
go.
no! I need this at 20.
So Tig, you're quietly gathering these coins, and you know it's quiet because
Yeah.
you can't even hear the ting. You're just like, you gather a few together, and you put them in a pouch very slowly, very carefully. Gather a few more together, put them in a pouch slowly and carefully, and you look up, and Marliese is just looking through the hole directly at you.
Oh, crazy! Marliese looks straight at her, and it puts the shield
Him.
space right up above the hole.
You don't know what this shield looks like, do you?
Nope.
Okay, let me get that real quick for you.
All right. So what just happened, guys, was that he gave me an advantage. Rolled a 12 plus 3, 15. Then he goes, all right, just roll with advantage, and let's hope you get a 20 because she rolled a 26.
He.
The hide. Sorry, my bad. He. You know, I already talked to you about how bad I am with pronouns. But Yeah, he rolled a 26 to quietly hide his gold. And, Marlies being Mr. Krabs and all, was able to sniff that bitch out with rolling a natural 20. I really just can't, roll good on the meaningful stuff, can I?
Okay, Cloud, Bonk, Creaky, you've all sort of gotten left in the dust. What are you all doing?
I'm going east because it was the only door that was not guarded by weird beings that I don't know what they are.
Hold on a second. My Discord's messing up, so I'm going to close it and reopen it.
Great timing.
Yes. Beautiful time.
Oh, Bonk, finally, he's talking.
Creaky wants to go to the Sharis anyways.
Okay, there we go. I don't know why it was acting up all of a sudden.
Creaky's going towards the Sharis
I'm going
anyways.
to the bear door.
Okay, where
We're
are
splitting
my
up the.
I've got so many things opened up right now.
I mean, if you hear someone scream, you can just go and run to them, I guess. Or not. You can just leave them die, I guess.
Cloud, you walk into a room that appears to have a single stone bench and a collapsed wall. There is a closed door to the north of you, which is just blank. Actually, no. No, it's not blank. As you're watching, you see that demonic head from earlier just suddenly milled out through the stonework, grinning at you. And then slowly after, two hands emerge, palms upward, just looking at you, grinning, completely still now.
Alright, nope.
Cloud says, F that.
Hold on, my Discord closed.
Hey, what'd you see in there?
Hey,
Just a
Cloud,
way
what you
back
see
in.
in there?
She's like, no.
What was it?
Baby Kenku just repeating what Bonk is saying right now.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry, I'm dying. 1 second.
I got I'm sorry, I got your voice mixed up with Cloud's for a moment. Bonk is going to poke his head into the east.
Okay, you poke into this room, and you see a blank stone room with a stone bench and a collapsed wall, and a blank stone door.
Huh. What in the world was all that about? Well,
I imagine when you asked, she just glared at you and then you went in anyway.
Okay, what's Creaky doing now?
Creaky's going to go through the Sharis' door.
All right, you go through the door. This room is a wide, but shallow. Yeah, that's the word. Wide, shallow room, which means it doesn't go all that far back. As you can see, with a statue of a robed figure which stands in a small alcove directly across from the stairs, and it's open. It's holding an open scroll in one hand, and the other hand is open with palm up. It's holding the open scroll in its right hand, and its left hand is held out towards you, palm up. You see 3 items on a stone bench to its left. There is a sword, a stone loaf of bread, and a satchel of gold. And
I'm writing this down.
okay. And the scroll is not blank; it has writing on it.
Can I read the writing?
You can, because it is written in common. I'll paste this, and I will also read it.
Thank you.
It says, "The soldier's most important tool the peasant's most treasured gift. Without me, kingdoms fall and fools travel.
Okay.
Real quick, back to Marlies and Tig. Is there currently a brawl going on? I just want to know.
As far as I'm aware, he just put the shield up against the little crawl space.
Yeah, that's as much as I did so far.
Tig
Okay.
will just sit down in the floor and put the gold coin into his bag of holding.
Oh, hey, yeah, by the way, you're a demon thing, right? Like tall.
Marlies, you can't just say people are demon things.
Marlies can say what he wants.
He can, but he
Yeah.
shouldn't.
Tig will scoot around to where his back is against the opening and not talk to you.
I'm sorry. Hold on, I made a mistake. I'm coming in. Marlies goes through to the crawl space and sits directly in front of him.
Tig just moves around to face the opening then.
And
Still on
he
the
turns
floor.
around.
Okay, well they're making great progress.
I think I
Cloud
know
and
the
Bonk,
answer to this one, but Cloud would not know the answer to this one. That's always me.
Cloud and Bonk, what are y'all doing?
I'm going to try to explain to Bonk what I saw. With the, so the door, it's like, in that room, it's like blank, but then after, like, I looked at it for a second, like, this weird bone skull dude came out of it with, like, his hands, like, palm up, and I don't, and it's, no.
Wait, so the demon came through the wall, or
It was like it was like part of the wall, but it also came out of the wall. You remember like that blood sacrifice that Tig and Gary
Yeah.
made earlier?
I still don't
Tig
think
and
y'all
Marlies
should've
made
done-
earlier,
Yeah, don't
It
give
was
Garrett
cut in how,
Marlies.
and how like the thing it like ate the blood and then sunk into the wall. It was kind of like that in reverse,
right?
except for that bowl.
Well,
So,
you know, I gotta say, I'm not really a big fan of that.
Yeah, neither. That's why I came back out.
You know what? I'm kind of tired of sitting around here waiting on someone smart to do something smart. I'm gonna try and break one of these doors down.
I've been waiting for that literally the whole game.
oh no!
Yes,
I mean, fair.
finally.
Let's go into the. Let's just try that with the demon thing because I don't know if I want to figure out that puzzle.
All right.
You guys
Anyone-
can enjoy that. Just a quick question while I'm solving this. Is that all that is in the room that you explained to me? Is there anything else but the
No, it's a pretty blank room other than that. It just, other than that, it looks old. You can definitely tell just by looking around that this has not seen any traffic in, well, a long time at any rate.
Got it.
Bonk, what door are you trying to break down?
I am going to. I think I'm going to go for the one in the collapsed room.
All right.
I'm going in here as well, just to watch, see if he can break it down or not.
Bonk kind of does some stretching. And he's going to sign up this door. You said it was stone?
Yeah.
All right.
The demon come out of the wall at any time. The door come out of the door again at any time.
Now you will know from the other doors that this was very thick stone, so it would not be easy by any means.
Well, I'm not expecting it to be.
Does my demon reappear?
Okay. Roll a strength check.
All right. And could I say, like, do I get advantage on this due to my bear totem stuff?
What does it say exactly? What does your bear totem thing say that you get advantage on?
I have advantage on strength checks made to push, pull, lift, or break objects.
Yes, then definitely.
Derek!
Hi.
Hey! Wow.
Wi-Fi
Yeah.
coming back.
I am
I would-
slightly glad that you have been gone. Not because I wanted you to be gone, just because I didn't want you knowing everything and solving everything for them. Because I've had a great time confusing them.
Yes,
I haven't had a
just
good puzzle day, but the only puzzle I know the answer to, I think, is the only one that Cloud would not at all, whatsoever, ever.
Also, I think I'm about to be able to figure out how to get this to work. Hey, we have visual, everyone!
Oh wow,
Hooray!
that took a while.
Yeah,
What's
it took
going
a long
on?
time. Oh, okay.
you're
I
streaming.
literally just woke up because my phone was buzzing.
Okay.
Alright,
That was the first sign I had Wi-Fi back.
quick recap. Who wants to do that?
Yeah, I'll let somebody else. I'm making tea.
We are streaming right now.
So we had to figure
Oh
out
Say
shit!
hi to the
Hi.
new fans.
say hi to the random people watching for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know
Hello,
why they
if
decided
anyone's
to watch
actually
us.
there. So yes, hello. Good to meet you. I'm awake.
You
Ish.
can introduce yourself and character.
Do you want to give a description of your character?
I will when I'm more awake.
Okay.
Give me a second to set up. Please recap.
Oh no,
So-
you're gonna be recapping our viewers. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, just somebody.
Cloud, your recap. You or Tig, one, whichever wants to.
So we were starting out in the darkness, and the skeleton with an orb on the end of like a staff was sitting there that we found in this big room of darkness after giving the blood sacrifice. Marlies goes to pick it up, and the orb gave off some light, and we were looking around the room, and it's a circular room, and there are statues, and there's alcoves, and there's this weird hole, and Bonk drops an arrow down it, and the Kenku decides to put her arm down it, but Tig was like, no, and eventually puts his pack over the hole, and all of a sudden light is everywhere. So now we can see. We took longer than it should have to figure out the statue alcove puzzle, and now we have the 3 other doors open, and we've split the party and exploring the rooms. Garrick is currently in the middle, is in the center, not in any of the rooms, just kind of hanging out while everyone
He's
else
vibing.
explores.
Give me a second to actually get to roll 20.
No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to. But yeah. So Marlies and Tig, at this point, I'll say Tig, you have gathered up all of the gold. Marlies, are you trying to scrounge up any before Tig finishes gathering it up?
I am more just trying to figure out how to doing other stuff. I'm sorry. What's going on? What's Tig doing? No,
Are
hold
you
on,
trying-
I'm almost doing stream stuff. Don't you laugh at me.
You're fine. We understand. As everything gets more smoothed out, maybe we'll be able to. Everybody can be sort of focused, but this is sort of this is just how it is this session.
Okay.
Getting started takes a little bit, but Tig has finished gathering up the gold pieces. I was asking, were you trying to gather up any too?
Well, I might as well, but I wanted to talk about Tig with something. Tig, I was asking earlier if you're a tiefling because I want to know if you spoke Infernal.
I know how to speak Infernal, but don't ever ask the way that you did earlier.
Got it. Marlies is gonna jot down in like his own little notebook saying, apparently demon is a bad word. Don't call Tig the D word. Anyways. Well, the room next to me has some rune-looking stuff. It's not Druidic and it ain't Elvish, so you want to take a look at it?
It can.
Let's go. Marlies grabs his creepy-ass shield, of course keeping it at a claw's distance. And,
other parties would like roll checks to see if they can figure out what it is, but not this one. Okay, anyway, Tig, what are you doing?
Tig's crawling out of the hole and going into the other one.
Okay. So, are you not messing with the dead figure in the corner or anything?
Nope.
Okay. You crawl over into this other room and you see all these, all this writing around the walls. What languages do you know?
Common, Infernal, and Deep Speech.
Okay, yeah, this is not anything that you know.
Great!
It's not Infernal.
Perhaps I should be dragged over, but yay.
So, you guys abandoned me in the center room.
Yes! Creaky doesn't know you.
Yeah, Marlies
I
really
figured
doesn't
as
care
much.
about you.
Okay.
Okay.
That's accurate.
I just
Tig
wanted to walk
was
into the-
following Marlies as a shadow until Marlies insulted Tig.
I'm
Hey, Marlies.
sorry! I said I'm sorry! I wrote down a note! Is that not enough?
Marlies,
Oh no.
when it's not your turn, I think it would be good to zoom out to where we can see the rest of the map.
Yeah,
On the
sorry,
stream.
my bad. I forgot.
Yeah, you're fine. I was just saying.
Thanks.
All
We're
right.
breaking down this door.
Yeah. I almost forgot about that. Sorry, Bonk. Did you ever make that strength check?
Nope. I've been
Okay.
waiting for it to come back.
Sorry about that, man.
You're good. I blame Garrick. He interrupted.
Yeah, pretty
I'm
much.
sorry.
It's all Garrick's fault.
Okay. So I'm not sure why it rolled 3.
I don't.
I just have it set to roll 2.
Well,
But what is a
actually,
nat 20?
you know what? You know what? That is that's actually really good. That you rolled 3 because I was gonna have you make 3, basically 3. It was gonna have to be 3 successful checks. With the first one being a nat 20, that would count as 2. So you absolutely are able to slam this door down. Much like you're killing some sort of monster, I want you to tell me how you're doing this. Because it's a thick door.
Right. So what I think Garrick, not what Garrick, but what Bonk does is he takes the short sword that he has quite literally never used, and he kind of like, tell me how this door
How this door what?
opened.
From the doors that you've seen in the circular room, from the bottom it slides up.
Okay, perfect. So I think he kind of wedges that short sword into the what's it called? Very bottom of it, pushes it up just enough for him to get his fingers up, and then he just does a squat. He lifts this thing up, kind of using his, like, basically deadlifts the door and pushes it up into the.
Absolutely, and this is definitely not the easiest thing you've done. and not something that you're sure that you'll be able to repeat. But this time you get your legs underneath you and you grab under that and you with everything in you. And that's saying a lot because your character, as you know, can lift like 3,000 pounds without rolling. And it's not necessarily the weight of the stone itself, although that is extremely heavy, as much as just pressure being put down on it, holding it in its place. But you just muscle through it and just push this door up, and just the ground underneath your feet, the stone underneath your feet is actually showing some hairline cracks from the pure pressure as you just completely hulk out on this door and push it up. Let me do my reveal thing here. Take just a moment to get all of this because I have to do it a certain way. I need to figure out how to work dynamic lighting sometime, but I have not done that yet.
Yeah.
Okay, this opens into. Actually, we'll get back to that.
Just really quick, it's only their door that's opened up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
To be clear, let me hold on a second. There's still a door in between this right here.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job, Bonk.
I'm taking some liberties with this map. I just found it online, and then, anyways.
All right.
Creaky.
Okay.
Are you doing anything?
Can I pick up the items?
Yeah.
Can I take up the sack of gold and place it in the open hand of the statue?
You may.
Does
And you
anything
check.
happen?
I forgot I wrote this down. Give me just a second.
So I hear the dice
I
rolling
don't
in the
like
background.
Gotta see if I have enough.
Oh no!
I think I'm gonna be short, guys. I can re-roll.
I don't
No,
like
no, I've
that.
got one more.
As you shouldn't.
Oh yeah, there's one more. Okay, yeah. I won't have to re-roll as many. I won't have to get my calculator out real quick. Sorry.
See, this is going to go one of two ways.
What other way would it go?
Yes.
He's bluffing.
There's a
Yeah,
bit of an
definitely
echo
pull up.
somewhere, guys.
Sorry, I decided to pull up the Twitch thing.
It's okay.
Mhm.
All right. Hold on a second.
Alright, I'm set.
Okay. You set the sack of gold in its hand, and you look up at it, and then from underneath this darkened hood, you see the two eyes suddenly glow bright red, and a fireball comes out of the eyes directly at your feet and explodes on you and Shauna. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dex save. I can do that, perhaps.
So, I know where Garrick's going.
Yeah, the rest of you just hear, maybe it's the gold.
Well, fucking finally.
No, not finally.
Marlise, you're
Are you rolling?
14.
14? Yeah, no. You and
My
Shauna
luck ran
both.
out.
You and Shauna both take 44 points of fire damage.
Wow.
Bonk is booking it to wherever, to whatever.
I assume I got it wrong.
Yeah, Garrick's moving over there as well. Wait,
I'm
what
just
the...
having to look up something.
I
Sorry.
look over to
Hold on.
Tig really quick. I'm like, do you want to check that out? And then, Marlise second guesses. Nah, they're probably fine.
That's funny.
Shauna is severely hurt and burned. And as you sort of, are you still conscious, by the way?
Yes, I am.
Donut,
Okay.
should you tell the viewers who Shauna is?
I guess I should. I just put some in my mouth right when
that
you
she
asked
was
that.
an NPC we had. That's all I said.
Shauna is a half elf, half orc character that is seems to show traits of both a barbarian and a sorcerer, who is sort of essentially the NPC girlfriend of the guild master, which is Tathius, which is a player that used to be a regular, but who is no longer a regular. He might still join us on occasion. Was essentially like a 7 foot tall orc elf woman, very elegant but harsh at the same time. Very muscled, but also with that sort of elven grace and long black hair and a large sword which she keeps strapped to her back, and sort of a feathered shawl which she wears draped around her shoulders over her studded leather armor. A very green skin, almost emerald green in a way. Except for now, when her skin is very black and very charred. And like, actually, oh, remember my house rules thing? I want to apply that to Fireball.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You're right. Yeah, you both die.
It's different when it's a vine taking off a hand than a general fireball in your direction.
No, guys,
I mean, technically, we got knocked back, right? That was part of it. It got launched at our feet, and I assume the explosion knocked us back.
Yeah, I will say you both definitely get smashed into the wall. And you're extremely hurt and burned and charred, and most of your feathers are gone, and the feathers on Shauna's cape are just completely fried. And actually, I'd say this is bad enough. Probably most of the hair has been burned off. Like, this is extremely bad.
I was probably blinded
Charred.
for a few minutes.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna say it. For that matter, no, you're blinded. Like, it probably fried your eyes. Nothing that can be healed, but yeah, at the moment you're just like feeling of your face, and it's just your face is like melted.
Oh, that's because
Garrett,
of
you
my
walk into
robe
a
of eyes.
horror scene.
I'm just trying to catch up, and you guys are triggering fireballs. What was going on in here? What was going on in here?
Bonk, you said you're booking it over. You can definitely get in by now and in here to see what's happened, what's going on.
All right.
Kenku just goes, ow! Copying some random voice that she had heard in the past. Just.
Seriously, does anyone want to explain to me what was going on in this room?
Kenku's just.
I heard
Kenku's just looking to where your voice was at, and is just like looking at you with the. You think I can speak?
Garrick and Bonk, I want both of you to roll perception.
Okay.
I still had Garrick's sheet pulled up, and I got very surprised when I realized, holy shit, Bonk has a +8 in perception?
No,
I
he
have
does not.
advantage and +8 in perception.
Okay, well, you're a ranger. You're supposed to be able to see things.
So you think.
Are you rolling, Bonk?
Yes.
Okay.
But I got an 8, so I may
yeah,
as well not.
you're a little too stressed out. You're sort of you kneel down to sort of try to help Shauna, who's just sort of barely conscious, leaning, sitting down on the ground, leaning back against the wall, dazed and shocked. Garrick, you take a quick moment to look around to sort of try to suss out what happened. and you see this giant blast mark on the ground in front of the statue, and then you see there's just this pouch of gold, which has been completely blown to bits, but a piece of the fabric caught on one of the fingers of the statue, and there's just gold pieces. They're scattered about the room. Some of them look like they're partially melted. You even see a couple gold smears on the wall where it looks like it actually smashed into the wall and melted into it
Don't let
partially.
Marlies
And
know.
then, and then you see a sword that has been flung and is actually partially embedded into the stone wall. Just the tip. Just the tip embedded into the wall with a hilt coming down, sitting on the ground, and then this stone block in the shape of bread that is just laying over on its side in the corner, kind of close to Shauna. And you can see the scroll, which reads, the soldier's most important tool, the peasant's most treasured gift. Without me,
Treasured?
kingdoms fall and fools travel. Nah, you know what I meant.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Monk, would you mind getting those two out of here for a moment, please?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, real quick, Marlies and Tig, what are y'all doing?
So, now that I'm in this other room and know that whatever is written on there is not infernal, can I do an investigation roll on this room?
Sure.
Cool.
And I think Marlies has comprehend languages, but I'm just gonna go double check that.
Alright. The soldier's most important tool.
Kenku's going to crawl
17.
on Bonk's back to get out.
17, yeah. You sort of find this bone devil head that's just been laying here, and you can sort of push it to the side, and you sort of see the marks where it looks like an axe was taken to chop this head off. And you can see underneath the head there's actually a small golden ring, which you can pick up, and roll me a history check.
Okay.
Man,
I
I'm
don't know
glad
if
we have
history
someone
was
who's like got, decent investigation perception skills.
That's a 16.
Okay, yeah. That's good enough. You can identify this ring as of dwarven make.
Dang, if only we had Tathius here.
Okay,
If you can
now
get through the hole.
now that he's investigated this room, he does actually want to go back to the other room and investigate everything else. He just came over here to look at the word.
Okay.
Also,
Quick enough, you can go over there and roll another investigation check.
cool.
Marlies, are you following?
Yeah, well, I mean, Marlies has got nothing better to do instead of, editing his imaginary stream.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah. You don't. You've picked up all the gold, but oh, by the way, you have 235 gold, and Marlies, I'll say you managed to scrape together about 65 gold.
Okay.
You search this figure, this robed figure, and you find just they have different things, just mostly mage, wizard type, components and pieces. There's just random things like old dried up twig and something that might have been some sort of sticky substance, which is just turned disgusting. And you find a pouch of gold. It has. It's got you find about 32 gold pieces, and you find a notebook just sort of going over this mage. And there's no name mentioned. It seems like just sort of a quick notes journal he took, just of different what's the word I'm trying to say? Different travels he's done over the land of Tyrol, and then towards the end, as you're flipping through, just sort of scanning over it real quick, I would assume, unless you're really taking the time to sit down and read it. He's just sort of talking about hearing voices in his head and following the voices.
Okay. You're gonna do that to me right now? Okay. Okay. No, with that, he's gonna just sit down on the bed and start reading, like, from corner to corner.
Okay, before you do that, since you did roll such a high investigation, I'll say you do notice that the robe is actually in excellent condition. Like the bone spear seemed to perfectly miss this robe, and it's in surprisingly excellent condition. But it's got like the rot of a dead body on the inside that's old and dried up and turned mostly to dust by this point, but still like. Civilized people probably wouldn't want to wear it without a good wash job. It's definitely seems to have some value to it.
Yeah, a pirate and a rogue, very civilized, donut.
He'll take the robe and fold it up for now, and then sit on the bed and read this book.
Okay, Cloud, what are you doing over here all by yourself?
I just walked into this room.
Roll perception for me.
I'm just gonna watch the demon just haunt this poor man throughout this entire dungeon.
What?
Yeah, okay.
Nothing particularly special. Inside this room, you see a statue like the other room, which you just caught a glimpse at but never walked into. There's a statue with a scroll in one hand and an open palm in the other. Across from the statue is a barred wooden door.
What did you say?
And there are words written on the scroll. And let me check something real quick. Because I had this figured out, and I do not remember things very well. What languages do you know?
Common, Elvish, Primordial, and Celestial.
Okay, yeah, this is written in Celestial. As you're looking, a rather odd message. Something you're not totally expecting, but as you read the first word, just this feeling of slight dread comes over you. And I will paste it and read it. It says, Zap made this one. We have no idea what's going on. Good luck. What is the answer that was never used? Wait, which universe is this? Sorry, I gotta go. Lothenbrook is yelling at me.
Oh no.
Yeah, that would fill you with dread.
Yeah.
Wait, who's reading this? Cloud?
Yes.
Oh boy.
You freaking heck.
We just can't escape that guy, can we?
I don't think we'll ever be able to.
It's almost like he's like running the campaign or something.
I keep finding the rooms that I hate.
You poor thing, maybe you should stick with us.
So I'll give you a moment to think that over. Garrick and Bonk. And Creaky.
I am with Bonk.
I'm
On
asking
top of
Bonk to get the other two out. I'll heal them in a moment.
Bong got Creaky Door and Shauna out of the room, and he's just kind of been like hanging with them in the center room, trying to make sure they're not going to die.
Yeah, they're definitely not in good shape at all.
And
Garrick,
I'm just going to
points.
pick
I'm
up
fine.
the stone loaf of bread
15.
and
Okay.
put it in the thing's hand, because I'm thinking that an army marches on its stomach, a peasant loves food, a kingdom survives on food, and a fool is one that does not farm his own food, so he has to travel to get it.
Come to think of
You
it,
see,
there's a
that's
way
what
that
I
you
was
could-
thinking,
See,
but no.
this is why we don't need Garrick in this group. Because as you do that, the door to the south of you opens.
That's exactly what I was gonna do first, but then Cloud said something, and so I was
Sorry, okay.
like, no.
I feel like thinking on it now, it's like there's a way you could argue any one of them, actually.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
but
open.
food is more logical because it's actually one of the pure necessities to live.
And I'm just gonna poke my head into this room and take a look.
All right. This room appears to have several rows of old bookshelves in it, and you can sort of see through the rolls at the
Yeah, this
back
gonna
wall
become a lot
because it's a
bigger.
pretty long room. At the back wall, you can see sort of this stone block.
Great. I'm not going to worry about that for the time being, and I'm going to go out this way and. Okay. How much are both of you down?
I'm only at 415.
Shauna is
Oh,
down
no.
to 3 hit points.
Oh no. Okay, this is gonna take a little bit of work. Bonk, I've opened up a door in there. If you want to go take a look at it, I don't recommend it.
Well, you say you don't recommend it, but see, here's I'm gonna go do it anyway.
I figured as much. All right, just
Small child was writing on bunk.
Okay, Bonk, you
just
sort
give
of
me,
had
child.
you sort of
Bonk
had to
starts
sit around and
walking
be
away,
quiet all this time. So we're going to give you a little bit of time. What are you doing?
Bunk starts to walk, then remembers that Creaky is sitting atop his head like a hat, and kind of picks up the child on the least burned bit, and immediately sets her down.
I'm out, but you didn't need to bite my finger down. Look, you're on my head, and I wasn't just gonna dump you off. You need to stay here and get healed. Dang.
Can Bonk, are you down any? Are
no,
you
I'm
injured
fine.
at all?
This cut ain't all that nice, but don't worry about it.
All
I'm
right,
all
no,
fine.
you stay here. Marlies, Tig, would you mind coming here? Clouds, if you can hear me, you too.
Creaky's just sitting there pouting now.
Yeah, I'd rather not
Good.
figure out Zap's puzzle right now anyway.
Just big group healing. Get in here. I can only do this a few times.
Shit, all right, fine.
How far is Tig in the book?
Yeah, how far
You're
is Tig
about
reading the book
halfway
to me?
through. Are you reading out loud to Marlies, or is he just leaning over
Oh
your
no, he's
shoulder?
not reading out loud. Marlies is just
Marlies
gonna
is like
forward.
leaning over her shoulder, like pretending to understand what's on the paper.
Marlies, Tig, if you're injured, get your asses in here.
Hey, we did like drop a bunch of blood into that demon guy's face. You wanna like head
I'm not
back?
actually injured at all.
That was Cloud.
Was that
He'll do a confirmation, but it sounds a little bit more like not exactly a growl, but like a grunt.
Copying Marlise's voice, Creaky's just gonna be like,
I
"What
get
do
up.
you need me for?"
You got injured very badly.
Okay,
So I'm
Marlies,
going to heal you.
Marlies and Tig, I need to know what you're doing.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll go if Tig is going.
Tig is leaving, but has the book in hand, his fingers in between the area that he was reading.
Okay, Tig, for future sake, I'm just gonna say that I will shoot you
Remember?
an email sometime this week of the information in the book. So
Okay, cool.
just say you spend the next you've read about halfway through, and then over the next 25 minutes or whatever, you can flip through it decently well. It'll take a while before you can really sit down and read it in depth, but you can speed read it.
Marlies, would you mind coming here, please?
Sure. What the fuck happened?
Just within 30 feet, please.
I'll move him.
Just come here. Thank you. And I'm going to pop Beacon of Hope, and I'm going to tap the Staff of Healing on the ground a couple times and cast Mass Cure Wounds on all of you. So all of you gain 29 hit points.
Good, I only needed one.
Yeah, so did I. But
Yeah, I'm just topping everyone off if I can.
That's not topping me off. But
I'm aware.
I'm
we'll
just-
call
Okay, you
it
see,
close.
Shauna, you watch as the hair grows back and burns sort of disappear, and just this look. She looked like she's very, very, very much in pain. Burns are not fun things to have, and the damage isn't all gone. There's still some serious burn marks, and some
aware.
places that are definitely going to leave some major scars on both of them. There's patches of feathers that never grow back on Creaky.
Yeah, I figured as
Sure
much.
about
This
that.
is just a good thing to have for the time being, topping off the people who need it, and for those of you who got injured too bad, you are going to have to take it easy, Shauna. Creaky, you're going to have to just stay with someone.
Small child throwing a temper tantrum.
I'm aware.
Exactly what you have right now.
We have a
Just-
problem if we want to solve one of the puzzles. It was written by Zap.
Who?
Alright, you haven't met Zap. He's a weird wizard guy who has a donut shop in the sewers. He's
Okay, so he's insane. Let's go read this puzzle. And I'm going to, I'm assuming, walk with Cloud over to the puzzle.
Yep.
There's a room that has words on it.
Alright, Cloud, would you mind... wait, no, I don't know anything about that. Alright, I don't know many languages. Do you know what language it is, Dig?
It's not infernal.
it's not Druidic or Elvish.
Alright, I somehow
Creaky will
doubt it's
follow.
Is it
primordial.
celestial?
Creaky will follow.
I'll follow.
Actually,
Alright.
Does anyone know Dwarven? Wait, hold on, Tig. Did you tell me the ring was Dwarvish design, or?
Alright,
No,
Cloud.
he didn't say anything about the ring.
Yeah. Cloud, you go with them, figure it out. Creaky... Shauna, just watch her. Bonk, you do your thing. Just stay here. I don't
Nah, she's
want-
walking with you.
Fine. And I'm going in here.
Wait, can you read celestial?
No, I cannot.
You have
You
no
see
idea what it
gibberish.
says.
Oh, actually, I'm going with Tig. Wait, Tig said there was writing on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also going
Okay, I'm going to let Bonk do some things, like die if he keeps moving forward.
You
Because
couldn't kill
Bonk has... Oh, that sounds like a challenge. All right, let's do this.
You really want me out of the podcast this year?
No, I want you to make a new character. No, I love Bonk. But it just sounded like a challenge, and I'm up for it. Anyways, what are you doing exactly?
After all the heals have been kind of finished off, Bonk kind of backs away because he's curious about this other room
Yeah.
that's apparently. He's gonna walk into it.
Okay, at the entrance, you can see what looks like several old bookshelves, which lead out to a distant stone wall, and you can see sort of one of these stone blocks that, from a distance, looks similar to the ones that were in the room that Marlise and Tig went into. Sort of a pewter stone block in this granite wall.
All right.
The bookshelves mostly seem very broken down. They're empty except for spider webs. You see a couple dusty old tomes, just looking through them real quick. I say roll perception.
Thank you. That's a 10, which is the highest I've rolled this session.
Oh no.
That's all you see. Yeah, old bookshelves, block at the end. You're not sure exactly what's going on here.
Okay. I'm gonna go look at those books.
All right, the books are. There is one right here, and there is one right here.
All right.
Okay, so you walk down through this little aisle here, and you walk up to the book, and you pick it up. It's very old. You sort of you wipe the dust off of it, and you see no name on it. Looking at the spine, looking around, it's just thick, leather bound, very old. You open it and you flip it up. You open it and flip through it. What languages do you know?
Bonk knows Common, Giant, and Goblin.
Okay, yeah, this would be nothing you recognize. Kind of a runic look to it. You get the sense that it was something archaic, something that has to do or has a very strong connection to magic.
I have to
Alright.
keep reminding myself that I'm not playing a wizard this time around.
Monk is going to put the book in his bag.
All right. As you move down, you can see on these other shelves, you can see another tome over here, and then one right there. Hold on just a moment.
My allergies are going nuts.
Okay. You get to this other book, and it's a much thinner tome, and you pick it up and you sort of brush it off, and it's got like a sort of a bright red cover to it, and you look at the spine. It has golden lettering, and you glance at it, and it doesn't make any sense. You look at it again, but you're like, no, that definitely says, wish it, want it, screw it.
That sounds like a old Daft Punk song.
Wish it, want it, screw it.
Yeah.
Yes, the subtitle is do it harder, make it stronger.
No, that, and then there's what do you call it? I'll send to you guys later.
Wish it, want it, screw it. A fool's guide to Rule 34.
And we're gonna move
So I found
on.
The smut book.
That's a good joke.
Do you
care
flip
if
through
you guys
it?
didn't laugh.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip through it.
Okay, yeah. As you look through it, you find it's a rather humorous accounting of what seems to be, and this is kind of surprising because you don't really put wizards together with humor, but it seems to be a bunch of stories of a bunch of wizards who have famously cast the wish spell, and it just went horribly, horribly wrong. Like you see one that wished to be 3 inches taller, and so like his legs grew 3 feet taller. A gnomish wizard who wanted to be 3 feet taller, and so his just like his legs from the knee down to the ankles just grew 3 feet. And you see another where one was a wizard wished for wealth untold, and then got an inheritance for a mansion and 10 million gold at the bottom of the sea in an unknown location. And just different instances. The different instances as you're reading through just this this book of just seems to be kind of humorous accounting, like I said, of wizards casting that. Actually, hold on just a moment. I just noticed something. Oh, you're in one of the trap rows.
Oh,
What?
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
What?
right then.
I love how excited Donut gets when he says that.
Yeah.
That's a 12. God.
A 12?
Yeah.
All right. As you flip this open and you're reading through it, you sort of step back to lean on the shelf behind you, and as you do, you hear cling. I want you to roll me a percentile dice.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
You see, he had to say that he had to go get more dice for you. Now he's making you roll for me. Now he's making you roll a percentile.
Biker legs
Kyle.
indeed, Sean. Biker legs indeed.
Yeah.
Actually, since we're on roll 20, hold on.
That's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
28 percentile.
A 28. 28. Let's see what happens.
Oh, joy.
That's great.
Nothing.
So I hear the click, and then I go, well, hey, that sure as hell ain't gonna be good next time that happens.
Yeah, no, you step back off and you consider yourself very lucky.
Well,
That was anticlimactic.
You were so excited.
Ah, no, I was. Alright, we're going to go back to Garrick real quick. What are you
This
doing?
sign won't stop me because I can't read.
Yeah.
And I'm going to walk up and find Cloud.
Creaky's over here with Cloud and them.
Speaking
Well,
of, can I read the
But I
writing
don't
out
know how
loud?
to move my character. Thank you.
Can we?
Guys, we have
Can
been
either
streaming
of us
for
read the
3
writing?
hours.
Don't worry about it.
It's been a puzzle game. They last forever.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm here. We'll get through it quickly now.
That's... I gotta have to admit, that's probably true. Anyways, Cloud, what are the three of you doing? 4.
Reading
now
the
5.
thingy.
Reading the stuff.
Oh my lord, you're all going to this one room to read this freaking writing.
Yes!
I just need Cloud.
I've got to learn to stop putting these things in. Okay. I need to know what languages Cloud... Wait, Creaky can read anything, right?
I can read Abyssal, Common, Elvish, and Thieves' Cant.
Aren't you blind?
It's probably over
Not
by
after
now,
the healing
especially
spell.
considering the fact that I literally followed them.
Actually, hold on. Let me look at something right quick. Let's get right into the news.
Yes.
Because I thought I remembered something.
I'll take a double check.
Yeah, Creaky, you have Eyes of the Runekeeper.
Yes, I do. I can read.
You can read all writing. Okay. This is another thing. I'll probably just have to send you more details later.
Just out of curiosity.
If you want.
Can
Great.
I read it or can I not?
Actually, you don't talk, do you?
No, I
Come with
cannot
me to a
speak.
secret chat where nobody else can hear. You're not reading it out loud.
Can
Go
I
to
read it?
general on the normal. What languages do you know?
Zalesio Common, Elvish, Primordial.
No, you can't.
Okay.
Hey!
Wait, hold on.
To the other room.
Yeah.
Oh. So yeah, what does it say?
And I just read it out loud. And I have a really annoyed and tired look on my face when as soon as I read the word zap.
Garrick just kind of holds out his hand to you. Give me a pouch of gold, please.
Hey, Tig, I'm kind of sorry for what happened earlier. Good talk. Good talk.
A lot of great conversations in this group.
Marlene's just kind of like, I really fucked up, didn't I?
He essentially essentially what's going on, even though you can't see it, is he's kind of like pondering it.
Creaky's just gonna stand in front of the end of the sentence and go, "Where is this thing?" Pointing to a blank space.
What?
Wait, Marlies is in the room, correct?
Which room? Which room are you guys in? Hold on, let me zoom out.
Marlies is currently holding
The thing that is
a
being
large
talked about?
shield. Yeah, he's currently holding a large, creepy-looking shield
Like
in his crab claws.
Above
Creaky
my
is
head.
going to go tap on it vigorously, just,
Hold on, it's like 8 feet above.
and then
you.
go point to
Hold on.
there.
Yeah, it's very high above you, so you can just point at it.
Yeah, point to there and then point to the floor. Where it most
Marlies?
likely was.
Slams it down on the floor.
I knew that was coming. I knew it.
I'm glad me and Cloud left.
Oh, that's all I wanted it to be and more.
I'm so confused. What's funny? Was it just me slamming against the floor?
Give it a second, you'll figure out why.
I have no idea, but the laughter is infectious.
Okay. Okay. Cloud and Garrick, what are you doing?
We went over to the other room. Cloud told Garrick what it said, and Garrick's currently asking for a pouch of gold from Cloud currently.
Alright, I gotta check chat.
Just pouch of gold, please.
Sure, whatever.
And I will take the pouch of gold, walk over here, turn back to Cloud, just like, you might want to get out of the room in case this is wrong.
Yeah, okay.
And I'll put the pouch of gold in the thing's hand.
Don't lose all my gold.
Hopefully it's not all of it. My reasoning is the answer that was never used is referring to the other riddle, and where the answer that wasn't used was the gold.
Exactly.
So it's over here.
That being logical.
Roll a dexterity
We'll see.
saving throw.
Four.
The statue, before you can react, winds back and throws the pouch of gold directly into your face, doing 4 points of damage on you and knocking you prone as the gold coins
Wonderful.
scatter all across the room.
Oh, that's just
Can I make a perception check to hear the gold coins scatter across the room?
Oh, you don't
No,
even
it's
have
my
to roll
gold.
perception for this. You can hear it.
I'm picking them up, bringing them back up to Cloud. Alright, maybe that wasn't it.
I probably should have
I'm
mentioned Zap is
Creaky's
probably the
still
least
bugging
technological
Marlies
person
about
I've
the
ever
shield.
met, so
No. You get back here.
So, what's Zap's favorite thing then? It's probably the answer.
I have no idea.
I just want to remind you both that there was a wooden door directly across from the statue.
Oh yeah, there was.
I thought that was just a panel for the thing. I would like to try to open the door.
All right. You push the door open, and inside, hold on just a moment. You open into a small room, and it's a complete switch. It is just a plain dirt floor, plain dirt walls. Inside the room, there is a broken table with a stone globe which has the number 42 on it. A jar of dirt sitting on a chair.
No.
And a trimmed and groomed bush, which is sitting under a tear in reality, which appears to be allowing sunlight to enter in and shine on the bush.
No.
I just like the no coming from everybody in the party right now. Would anybody else like to explain to everybody else who is new here what the heck is going on?
Oh my god.
Yeah, the viewers need
They're
a bit
all
of an explanation.
references. I don't
It's
have to be. I don't
references,
have
dang
to
it.
be new, or it. Just because I'm new doesn't mean that I don't realize that they're all references.
Well, no, we're talking about the viewers, I think, here.
Help? What is going
Cloud,
on?
Would you like to elaborate?
42 frigging. I'm dead.
Cloud, you're not helping.
A jar of dirt. 42. Frigging.
Give
This
her
is
a
a
moment.
book reference. Dang it.
I'm guessing it's a shrubbery.
A shrubbery.
Help? What is going on?
Wait a second here. Wait a second here.
Can someone please take a moment to calm down and explain to me what the fuck I'm looking at?
Answer to everything.
I just take the globe with 42 on it and chuck it at the statue. No.
And throw it at the statue?
No.
You can.
I'm aware.
Answer to life, the universe, and everything. Freaking heck.
Okay, what are you doing now?
I'm waiting to get an explanation as to what the fuck is going on and why everyone's
I can't
breaking out.
explain. It's just out of character freaking.
It's a
Are you wanting an out of character
Yes.
explanation? Oh,
Yes.
somebody explain to him out of character.
You made this. You get to explain it.
No, I shall
yes,
not.
yes, yes.
Cloud, you have to explain. Donut, you have to explain it. Come on.
I
What
have
books
to-
have you read?
Okay.
You killed Cloud enough today.
Okay, so the number 42 references Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, in which the entire Earth was just a gigantic project to try to find the answer to life. And at the end, yeah, the answer to universe and life and everything. And
number 42.
at the end of this giant experiment, the answer to life is 42. And they discover this just as the Earth gets destroyed by this. I can't even remember. It's been a while since I read it.
It was bulldozed to make a superhighway.
Yeah, it was
Space
bulldozed to make a
highway.
superhighway. So the number that they spent, like, in the white rats are the rulers of the universe, basically, are the smartest creatures on Earth. And they've been using humans as their experiments while they let humans think that they were the experiments. Anyway, the jar of dirt is Captain Jack Sparrow, you uncultured swine.
I picked up on that.
I picked up on that, and I picked up on 42.
Yes.
I picked up on 42. I just didn't
Why
pick
do
up.
you do
Guess
this?
what's
I got a
inside
jar of
it?
dirt.
I picked up on 42. I just didn't realize it came from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
You
And
guys
the
know-
trimmed,
Sorry, go ahead, Donut.
What?
So go ahead.
the trimmed and groomed bush is a shrubbery from Monty Python's.
Okay,
Monty
so it was
Python
from Monty
Girl.
Python.
Oh my god, I
Oh,
love
that's
it so
right, it was
much.
really
Fun fact, did you guys know that the jar of dirt scene of Johnny Depp was improvised? And the look
He
that,
fell down.
Yeah, when he fell down, the actors who, I forget, I'm really blanking on their names, but the actors who played Elizabeth Swann and Will Turner had no idea he was doing this. So the looks that they gave the camera were of genuine confusion and like, what the fuck is going on?
Donut, you killed me.
Like, Garrett just kind of picks up the
Donut,
orb
I
and the
love
jar
you
of
so
dirt
much for adding a Pirates of
and just kind of
Freaking
turns to look at
best.
Cloud, just like, what the fuck?
I told you, Zap makes no sense.
It's her tails. He puts them both down and takes out a gold coin.
Real quick, Marlies and Tig, what are you doing? Or and the other Creaky?
The other Creaky? I think I'm the one and only.
You just slammed down the shield.
Slammed it down, and I look at Creaky, eyebrow raised. Like, did I do what you wanted me to do? What else? am I
Wait. We have to go back to Bonk. Oh my lord, I'm sorry, Bonk. You're over here on
Creaky
your own.
is just
You're so
face
freaking
palming
quiet.
right now.
You're so freaking quiet, Bonk.
I'm just
Hold on, I need to make
chilling in
myself
the
look more.
library.
Are you doing anything?
Yep, I'm going to more cautiously go and investigate these other books.
All right, roll a perception check.
Please. Roll. Hey, that's a 17.
Oh yeah. You you go to this aisle and you see actually several traps, which you manage to step around and grab grab this other book. And as you dust it off, it's a thick, dark blue tome. With on the front of it, actually, instead of along the spine, it says "A Day in the Life of a Lemure." Do you read it?
Yes.
Okay. As you flip through it, it's essentially where a beginner demon devil researcher decides to start his studies on the weakest of all fiendkind, the lemure. After summoning a lemure to a remote location, he watched its behavior for a day. After gathering the information needed, the author had the hideous abomination placed within a special containment vessel alongside the many empty ones that would house the many other fiends. And at the end of the book lies a map to the research facility.
Okay.
Which it seems to be located somewhere in Vassus.
All right. So to clarify, bad shit happened at this place?
It never says.
Okay.
I'm going to send you this description so you don't have to try to take notes.
Thank you. By the way, I am taking all of these books.
Okay. You took the time to read. I'm going to go ahead and go back to Marlise and Creaky. What are you doing?
All right.
I'm jamming out to I Got a Jar of Dirt remix. But I am currently face palming at the fact that Marlise just threw the shield on the ground. Very disappointed.
Actually, it technically gets like like how like there's light bulbs like on top of smart people's heads. Marlise has like a very dim like candle light above his head. Yeah, something like that. But he looks over to Tig and says, "Do you know anything about Arcana or check magic?"
Creaky just wants to scream, I know what it is. Wait a second.
Can't you like
bird on his shoulder?
Tig, are you saying?
Bird on Marlise's shoulder.
What?
Kira.
Oh.
Kira, the raven.
What about Kira?
Keep talking.
What do you
want from me?
I am going to tell Kira that is an animated shield. You're welcome.
It's an animated shield. You might not die this way. You should try it.
How many nuts do you think I can get for it?
Creaky's just going to facepalm, walk away, and try and find where the heck Garrick and everybody else is currently.
Alright, Marlise is going to attune to it.
Okay. That will take you, I'll say, probably another hour.
Well, it doesn't look like we're going anywhere, so Marlise is going to keep doing that while we wait.
Garrett and Cloud, what are you doing?
Well, I rolled
I
a
don't know, I feel
2,
like
so...
Something tells me it's like the... I don't know what it is. Something tells me it's the 42. It's just... I don't know.
Alright, you're
rolled a 2
trust
on a
your senses over
D3.
mine. What?
You know you rolled a D3, right?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. 3 choices.
Oh, okay, so which one are you taking?
I was going to go jar, but Cloud's saying orb.
I don't know. I was wrong about the thing.
I fucked up last time, so I'm going to go with orb this time. And then I'm going to walk back over to the
I wouldn't
statue.
listen to Cloud.
Alright.
I listen to myself all the time, okay?
Look back at Cloud. You might want to leave again. Hold my shield up in front of my face this time around and put the orb in its hand.
As you place the orb in its hand, it glows and glows and glows and glows and then completely dissipates. And you hear a Cloud, roll a dex saving throw.
Oh no.
Okay. Then. At least I have a good dexterity.
Crit fail. Come on.
Oh, this would not be a good time for a crit fail.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nice.
You hear the sudden creaking, grinding sound, and you look up at where Bonk shoved this door open, and you see a sudden spark, and you hear a clank of noise, like something breaks, and you manage to dive back out of the way as this giant stone slab comes crashing down, where you were just standing. Garrett, you're currently now trapped in this room.
I'm not upset. Just disappointed, Zap.
I don't.
You sort of get the impression that was supposed to open that door,
Yeah.
but that door was like forced open, and things were not where they were supposed to be,
That's
and
not
so
good.
things broke. All right.
Okay. I am going to use my best regret.
Okay, that was pretty quick. So if you want to try something else,
Yeah. Let me take a look at what spells I got.
If anyone wants to, Marlies has a. Oh wait, hold on. Metagaming. Never mind.
So I would
so-
guess that
Is
we
that
were
door
supposed
closed?
to enter through this door and then leave through this door, and we did the opposite. We tried to do the opposite. And just...
Actually, I will say no. Hold on. I will say. Hold on a second.
Mhm.
Oh, I might have to move you for a second. There we go. Come on, you stupid piece of garbage. Sorry, this is giving me trouble. There we go. The door, shortly after that happens, Garrick, you see the door right here slide open.
All right. And I'm going to walk out, and
Creaky's poking her head in.
he's going to pat her on the head as he walks by.
Hey guys, I think Garrick is... Oh, hi.
Door opens.
Bonk, what are you doing? Yeah, are you going for this one last book?
Yes. Yes.
All right, roll me a
perception.
perception.
To force open one of the doors instead of solving the puzzle.
That's a crit.
Yeah.
Nat 20. Yeah, you see several marks for traps, and you just step lightly around them like you're tiptoeing through the tulips. And get right to this.
By the window.
I do a little dance.
Pirouette at the end.
What's the title of this?
All right, you find a. Hold on, just a moment. It's a blackened. It looks like it's charred and burned, but when you grab it, you find it's just sort of textured in a way that looks like charcoal in a way. And it doesn't have a title on the inside, but as you flip it open, in large archaic black letters. Actually, what was your languages again? Okay. Oh yeah. No, I remember what they are. Yeah. I'm gonna say you probably don't know what this one says. So. Do you wish to do anything else since you didn't take your time to read on this one?
Gonna pop this one into my bag, and then I'm going to walk over to the door in the. Actually, no, I'm gonna go investigate that stone.
All right. Give me just a quick second here.
All right, guys.
we've
officially hit the 3-hour mark.
Nice.
On this, as you get closer to this, there's sort of a trick of the light. As you get closer, you're not sure if it's illusion or the way you were looking at it. But it's like all of a sudden, as you get closer, you see appears before you On top, this stone block is actually setting out away from the wall, and on top of it sits a depiction of a gangly, unnaturally long humanoid figure with black wings and curled horns and long arms that end in long claws. It's a small statue similar to the others that you saw. The statue appears to be made of obsidian, just at a glance. Roll me investigation.
All right. And I am going to pick up the.
Investigation first.
Well, I'm
So you're
probably
going
failed in investigation
To
anyways.
pick up the statue.
That's correct.
Okay, yeah. You pick up the statue, and you look it over. You don't notice anything unusual.
All right.
Do you do anything else?
Yeah. Like, sculpting out of obsidian is wickedly difficult, so I'm gonna take this thing.
All right.
And is this thing over here a door?
Yes, it does appear to be a door.
All right, then I will go over there and attempt to open it.
All right. Roll a strength check. Actually, go ahead and roll 3 d20s.
All right.
Yeah, this time you're not like you try to stick the sword under there and you try to pry it up and you get your fingers under there and you start to lift up and you feel something like snag in your back and you calm back down, take a deep breath, and you start up harder and you feel it coming up. You get it up a few inches, and then you take another deep breath and you press again. It's just you're pushing, but it's more than you can do, and you just have to let it fall back down.
I have advantage on these. The lowest was actually a 25.
Oh yeah. Well,
sorry, I'm on push to talk. I started to say that, and I thought that I didn't have my finger on the button.
Nice. Yeah, in that case, yeah, you push it open.
All right.
Hold on.
So where do you think Bonk is?
You see stairs leading up into a platform which seems to lead into a small hallway to the left. All right.
Bonk, I do want to put it out there that Bonk is not quiet when he opens this door.
Okay, the rest of you hear a loud and probably some, oh yeah!
Hi, yeah.
Yeah, we're going over there.
So let's go catch up with him.
Okay, real quick, I need all of you to stop at the entrance of this room.
Which
room?
If you're coming over, are you all coming over to this room?
I mean, I'm still attuning to something.
I'm going
Okay.
behind everybody.
All right.
I'm also
I
going
need
behind
you to
everybody.
tell me block by block where you're going.
okay,
Screw it, I'll attune to it later.
Starting with Eric.
Can we
when I-
follow Bonk's steps?
I
when
can
I
go
hear
first if
them-
y'all want.
You do not.
When I hear them coming in here, can I let them know that there's traps?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hey, y'all, watch out. Some of these corridors are trapped. I nearly triggered a couple.
Nonsense, good friend. There should be no traps here.
They're walking through my exact.
Right.
Gonna roll like 20 dexterity saves.
Tig, would you mind going through and making sure our route's safe for us?
I shall assist Tig from a distance.
I shall inspire Tig with a song.
No.
I really wish it had...
I got a
I'm just gonna
tractor.
Okay, take roll investigation with advantage.
Okay.
Be inspired. Alright, I'm not doing that voice.
With inspiration, apparently.
24.
All right, yeah. You find that the easiest way here. Let me freehand this. You sort of look through all of them. You figure out it's going to be pretty hard to avoid traps, but you notice straight through 2 of the rows, there's nothing trapped, and you can get all the way to the end here of this block without having to worry about encountering any traps. And from there, you know that Bonk will, I'm sure he will tell you that from there he walked over without any trouble. And you all come up to this protruding stone block that's here in the end of the wall.
I'm in the wall.
On the wall.
In the wall.
In the wall.
On the wall. In the wall. On the wall.
I don't know how to move my character still.
Click
you
and
click
drag.
it and then drag it.
But I keep getting like a box of like stuff instead.
So click it once and then you can click and drag it, I think.
Okay, is everybody just going up in here?
Hey, Marlies, don't go ahead. That's what I'm doing.
You
Oh,
can't
dexterity.
stop me.
This is
Traps,
how we
Will.
die.
I'm still. Nope.
Yeah.
Technologically challenged.
Over in the left-hand corner, what box do you have clicked?
Select mode.
Yeah, I
move.
don't know.
If you click on your characters, it come up with the circles, or does it not?
Zap, did you
Circles.
give her permission to move her character?
Who? Which one?
Did you give Creaky Door permission to move her character?
Supposed to. Hold on.
It's supposed to.
Yeah.
Supposed
I mean,
to.
I thought I had it set up. Is a cake. Can move creaky door.
God, I'm tired.
I am clicking. I am left clicking character. I now
Bonk,
right-click character.
move, Bonk. We're waiting on you, Bonk, Bonk, Bonk.
Where are
That's mine. No.
you? Oh, hold on.
So
I'm going to delete the icon and put it down again.
Marliese,
All right, now see
due
if you
to
can move it.
Marlise's complaining, Bonk is going to take up as much of the hallway as possible and be immobile.
You were this far along. Roll a dexterity saving throw. You did not check for traps.
Ah, yes, of course.
We have a rogue, you guys.
And I have brute force and stupidity.
I have just
Bonk!
stupidity. And I
Bonk
just
is
have
not supposed to
stupidity.
be stupid! No!
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Hey,
Hold on just a moment.
I rolled the wrong thing. That's not my dex save.
Too late. No, I'm just kidding.
This is my dex save. A 17.
With 2
How can you roll
D20.
with advantage?
What's that?
He has advantage on dex
Yeah.
saves on effects that he can see, including traps, spells, and dragon's breath, etc.
Oh, okay.
etc.
Yeah.
Danger sense. It's a wonderful thing.
Oh, yeah.
Do I also
Cool,
need a roll?
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right behind him.
Alright, what's my dex save?
Zap, it's going to be so many TPKs once we start up the other campaign.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Because these people do not know how to go through a dungeon.
Hey guys, guess what? DM's first nightmare. Luck.
Oh, yeah, you took the
Yeah.
luck.
I
Hey!
11.
Alright, let me get my calculator out real quick.
Really? 11 didn't make it? A 17 didn't make it?
You still take half damage.
Oh, that's fair.
Both of you. because you both rolled 17.
How?
Divided by 2. Okay, you both take 16 points of damage. That's halved. As the floor opens up beneath you, and you both fall into a spiked pit trap.
Oh,
You're unable to catch yourself as it falls down. You land down, and Bonk, you managed to, because of your danger sense, you managed to reach a hand out and grab the edge of the pit, and you still have several spikes which jam into your side and into your thigh, but none of them too terribly deep. Marlies, you just stick your crab claws straight out to the sides and slow your descent. Not enough to keep from getting poked, but enough from taking major damage.
It's fun.
Well, shit. Hey, Marlies, I'm gonna lift your ass up out of here.
No, you get yourself out first. Drag me out. I can hold it here.
You think
Y'all okay?
You think we didn't need to check for traps after going through the orc camp thing?
Checking for traps is for spellcasters and cowards, and I'm neither one.
I'm a spellcaster, and I don't even look for traps.
You're a spellcaster and a coward.
You
That
have
means you
fallen
just
into a trap before. This exact type of trap. This has happened before.
Do I look like I learned my lessons?
Garrick's just gonna walk up and pull Marlies out.
Yeah, and
You're gonna lift up a 200-pound person.
Well, Bonk certainly can.
Yeah,
So he
Bonk
will.
Yeah, I don't know about Garrick.
We will see. If not, I'm just gonna let your ass go.
I mean, you're not the only thing keeping me up.
All right.
Okay.
Then I won't.
So, it is 2:28.
Yeah,
So as much as I would really like to keep going on, I actually will probably be able to get on tomorrow. If you guys want to try to finish this out, we could get back at like.
I've got a biology test Monday, and I'm using Monday all day to study.
Oh.
Or I'm using Sunday all day to study.
Oh, I was going to say tomorrow's Sunday.
I'm down.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
Can we get through this hallway without triggering any more traps before we call it a night?
Well, let's see if you can. Hold on just a moment.
Tig, would you mind?
Can the sneaky people go?
Please.
Fine, if you guys insist.
Thank you. Bonk?
I assist Tig.
Yep.
So is that advantage on investigation again?
Yes.
Awesome.
Very useful. That was a very useful use of advantage.
Yeah, it looks really clear to you. You're pretty sure it's completely safe for everybody to walk through here.
Hey, so you think it's clear? All right. Well, back in normal initiative, back in normal marching order. So I'll take point.
It doesn't look like there's anything.
Well, there might be some critters or something.
Oh, hold on.
Don't worry
hold
about
on,
that.
hold on.
Okay,
Let's
no, I
send
can't.
some expendables
I
out.
can't watch any longer.
You get your squirrels.
No, I am not sending Snickerspark up the damn hallway in a
Don't
place
worry.
that might be trapped.
Donut, I got a plan. I'd like to
Yeah.
use summon animals, red crabs specifically,
Okay.
I can't watch
and
anymore.
I'll send them out to make sure that, we're safe.
Okay. Are these just normal sized crabs?
Normal-sized red crabs.
Okay. You send them out and they scatter across the floor. Walk back and forth, seem kind of curious, or poking out the walls and stuff like that.
Crabs aren't that heavy.
Yeah, crabs are idiots, though. And enough of them, they'll mass to, make a nice big paperweight. Nope, looks safe to me. Let's keep going.
All All right.
Anyways, I would like to be in the back.
All right.
And says the
I'm
dude who's
behind
part
Tig.
crab.
So,
No.
Are you moving
blue
up through
crab, good sir.
are you moving, Bonk?
Yep.
All right.
Moving up the wall.
When you
I'm
get
re-
about halfway, about right here, you step on something, and you hear a clicking noise. And Marlies, weren't you right behind him? Don't
Well,
cower it out, you coward.
I cowered out, yeah. Marlies-
Marlies just had to stand at the end of the hallway, which is the first smart decision he's made so far. You do need to roll a dexterity saving throw.
You said this. You said this thing wasn't trapped.
Hey,
There's
look,
just you step
Oh,
down, you
Christ.
feel the give, click,
And
click,
I
and you
failed.
just look back disappointed.
hey, look, red crabs were never reliable.
Okay, yeah, you, the red crabs scatter out of the way as all this is happening. They're fine. But you take. Hold on a moment.
So that little scratch earlier.
You take 25 points of damage as you step on something, and the ceiling opens up before you, and this big spiked, just chunk of steel beam comes out and swings down and slams you in your breastplate, and knocks you back all the way against Marlies. Marlies, you take bludgeoning damage from getting slammed into the wall.
Never escape.
You know, that's pretty
Yep.
fair. How much
You
damage?
take. You take 9 points of damage as
you
Bonk
kidding?
slams back into
Jesus
you and
Christ.
smashes you against the wall.
So,
You just got,
from
like, you really
Garrick's
don't wanna-
perspective, you guys ducked around the corner and then got slammed back into view.
Oh. Hey, Ted. Just because the floor is the only thing we've seen trapped, don't mean it's the only thing that's trapped. Get
Eric,
your
I
check
don't
the
see
ceiling.
your stupid logic. Leave me alone. Heal me, please.
Yeah, my chest is a little bit caved in at the moment. I'd appreciate it. Hey, it's Eric.
How about the two of you stay in the back for the time being and not be
No!
idiots and make me
Marlies,
heal you?
cast heal.
Sorry, my
Don't-
my Discord was messing up.
Oh,
Marlies,
okay.
Okay.
yes.
Then I will repeat what Bunk said to.
Hey, buddy, just because the floor is the only thing we've seen trapped, don't mean that's the only thing that is trapped. Did
I'm
you check
aware.
the ceiling? Because my chest is a little bit caved in right
I'm aware. That's why we let people who let their eyes do the checking and not their body.
We did. Did you not see Tig go and look for traps?
There's
You
a
didn't find
thing
it.
called double checking. You don't
We
double check
did.
with your body.
No, we double checked with the crabs. Did you not?
They're
see them either?
crabs.
Tig just brings his hood down even lower.
Tig, you're
Hey,
fine.
Tig,
You're doing
I'm
alright.
sorry. I'm a little bit cranky due to the whole caving in my chest thing. I don't mean to hurt you.
Yeah, Tig, you're
Tig.
great and all, but look, we're kind of pretty badly hurt. I think I've broken all my ribs, including Bonk. I think I'm just gonna lie down here for a sec.
Yeah, y'all
Marlies,
go
did
on.
you
We're
take
going
the
to
healing
take a
earlier?
nap.
Here, it just my organs that are just, you know, kind of opened up right now because all the ribs have caved in. Just use those.
Alright. Marlies, you have your own healing. If you do anything idiotic to hurt yourself, you heal yourself.
Hold on.
Bonk,
didn't do
I will
anything
heal you
idiotic.
in a moment.
This idiot did something idiotic.
I'm
I
not
didn't
going
do
to
a
sit
damn
here
thing
and
that was
argue about
idiotic.
this. Just please get behind us and rest.
So you
Tig,
work.
would you mind going with Cloud and double checking the hallway, please?
Hold on, how long can it take us to get through that one fucking hallway part?
As long as it means that we don't have to take as much damage.
Okay, Tig goes back up.
I'm
What-
helping.
What is the roll?
You roll investigation this time since you. Yeah, I'll say you can roll investigation because you're just taking your time and you're really looking it over.
I'm
With
helping.
advantage or without?
I'm
yeah,
helping.
with advantage. Cloud, you're gonna have to be up there with her if you're him if you're helping.
That wasn't me though.
Bonk, Marlies, please move back here.
Well, I think
Okay,
that
here we go.
6 wins.
Kind of immobile.
Yeah. Would you do realize that just because I'm behind you don't mean my ribs are any less broken?
Okay,
I'm aware, but you can at least rest out of direct combat fire.
Tig, you
You
just
realize that's what I do, though, right? Like,
You don't
I
have
kill
to.
shit,
No, you don't have. There's nothing to kill here.
right?
Do not get hit when you do not have to get hit.
I'm going to repeat what Garrick said.
Thank you. They understand.
I'd like
Wait.
some heals, please.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a 26 on the investigation roll.
yeah, I'm trying to tell you, but you do manage to find the weighted plate that they stepped on, and you can see you sort of press your finger on it just enough to just see just a little bit of give, but that appears to be the only trap. What you do notice is this block right here has a small hole in it, about the size of a gold coin, and but inside it's just darkness.
He's gonna place a gold coin there.
Okay. You place a gold coin there. It's just a hole through the stone as far as you can tell. Except now it's a hole through a stone with a gold coin in it.
Okay.
Waste the gold!
Marley's crying in the background, I take it.
Alright.
Can I do a another firebolt onto that area?
I'm backing away.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Would do that.
Alright, you cast a firebolt onto the stone block and it hits it and dissipates without much effect. Slight burn mark on the stone.
Oh, okay.
There's another hallway.
He comes back. Your chest found the only trap.
Well, I'm happy to help. Now,
We're happy to help.
Bonk coughs up some blood pointedly in Garrick's direction.
See, I want to
man.
help, but at the same time, I don't want to reward idiocy.
fixing my
Don't reward
broken
idiocy.
ribs ain't rewarding idiocy, Garrick.
Yes, but I'm letting it stand as a point.
You're letting us
We're
die.
in
Fuck this.
here.
I'm not a doctor. I don't
Yeah,
have
We
to heal you.
continue.
I cast Cure
I-
Wounds on me and Garrick.
Thank you, but I don't need it.
Traitor.
Fuck you, I rue the day when I have to actually be useful. I know I complain about not being useful all the time, but Jesus Christ. At least I have an excuse.
Can Creaky heal Creaky some more? Maybe I don't know.
Look. I'm not as good as cleric as healing. I only have a very limited spell slots.
Even if you're going to
I get
cast
that.
a Cure Wounds and Garrick's not hurt, then I mean,
Yeah.
He meant on
or
Bonk.
Shauna. Shauna's hurt.
Oh,
He
yeah.
meant
To
on
put it
Bonk.
To put it out there, Bonk has 20 hit points out of 68.
Yeah.
Did you not take the healing I gave you earlier?
You only got 11 hit
I
points
did
out of
take
that.
that. I've taken a lot of damage in the past 5 minutes, buddy. That's why I was coughing up blood.
Okay.
Just
Sorry. It's being really bad right now.
All right, Donut, you only got not Donut. Bonk, you only got 11 hit points, and I got let's check plus 2. Jesus Christ, 8.
Well, 11 hit
sorry,
points
no,
is
no, you got,
better than
sorry,
nothing.
you got 12 hit points.
Damn. All right. I'm nearly up to half health. Well, you still healed me for more than Garrick this session, technically.
Should we
You're
continue
welcome.
on?
okay.
Cloud
Can
is
I
one of my
say
favorite
something?
characters. You want to actually continue doing something? What do you do?
I mean, there's a corner that we can turn to go down another hallway.
Somebody's got to move.
Yeah.
All right,
it's-
let's just get out of this hallway, and I can heal everybody up.
Baby Kenku's just sitting on the floor drawing at this point right now.
Aw.
Just
Adorable.
Idly doodling.
Just come along. Come
Okay,
along.
Garrick
It's-
goes the opposite direction.
Oh, finally. All right.
Bonk, are we gonna like keep going, being idiots, or are we gonna actually go get help?
Uh,
I'm hoping for an answer, and you better come up with the right one.
you know what? Fuck Garrick. Let's go be idiots some more.
All right, as you all continue down this hallway,
And Garrick's just sitting at the bottom of the stairs, waiting for the other two to show up.
Bonk, are you coming out to this corner here?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. As you reach
Baby
that,
Kenku will go to Garrick.
you see this open up before you.
Where are the other two?
This is just. There seems to be a broken statue, sort of a desolate looking room. You get the impression that whatever was here is no longer part of it. You see actually a tripped. What's the word? A tripped trap. As there's another one of those large spiked rods that's just hanging out of this thing in the ceiling with one of the metal arms broken. It's just hanging loose down in there. It appears that you can actually see, I didn't reveal this, but I will. You can actually serve in the back corner. It looked like there was some sort of impact of some sort which cracked into the wall.
Wild. Man, you know what I said? Let's go be idiots. But Marlaise, your spell only knitted up a couple of my ribs. I'm still kind of coughing it up. I probably ought to go.
Marley sends in the crabs.
I said I'm going to go over to Garrick, but okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, the crabs crawl across the floor. They seem kind of happy.
No,
Isn't it rich?
Themselves in a weird sort of way.
Isn't it rich? Are we a pair? Be here at last on the ground, you in midair? Where are the crabs?
Bonk.
Get some
Actually,
9 hit
do I
points
have
back.
a spell for this? I should have a spell for something like this.
He's just gonna pat you on the head and cast Cure Wounds on the one person that decided to follow him for healing.
By the way, I do want it known that you said I send the crabs, and I immediately thought of send in the clowns, which is basically what you would.
All right, we're gonna have to wrap this up. So y'all are gonna decide what you're gonna do.
Oh dear
Or at
God!
least you run into the room and nothing happens. You live.
Oh yeah.
It's actually
Hearing
kind of
this-
weird. You run in and you step on a pressure plate and you're like, oh no! And then you see the broken down broken down metal rod in front of you just kind of creak back and forth.
Oh, by the way, did I keep that glowing rod? By the way, just out of curiosity.
You did.
Okay, because I'm selling that later.
Hearing the scream, Garrick's coming back, just kind of walking and looking
Wait, hold
around
on,
the corner.
Hide, quick, hide.
He looks back at Tig and Cloud. Are they still
Hey,
being
Tig, you still
idiots?
have that like archaic key thing that we found
We
earlier.
weren't being idiots,
Yeah.
damn it. We're adventuring. That's what we do. We're Damage Incorporated.
You're hiding from the person that wants to heal you.
We're not hiding. We're being
Oh, you
brave,
wanted to
manly
heal
men.
us. Oh, you wanted to heal us? Well, you could have fooled me, Garrett.
I did want to heal you. I wanted to get out of the hallway first, so I don't waste my spells. Just gather around.
All right. Hey,
Creaky,
come on,
you too.
come on out.
I've been
Okay,
following Garrick.
For the sake
Oh,
of
yeah, you can't
ending
move.
this session, I will say you're all able to get in here. Tig is able to search around. You can verify that the room seems safe. If you all wish to take a rest or something here.
Yeah, I'll take a
Alright.
rest.
Yeah, let's just take a short rest.
Okay.
While they're doing that, I'm just going to pop another Beacon of Hope and... wait, does Staff of Healing do every dawn or every long rest? I think it's every dawn. Shit.
Tig is clearly not next to Marlies now.
Alright, so...
Wait, who's next to Marlies?
Tig is
Not
clearly
Tig.
not.
Ooh.
Marlies
two.
murders another friendship.
Dang. Tig, I said I'm sorry.
Alright, so Beacon of Hope, that's
Are you a demon person too?
32 to bonk. 32 hit points as I cast Cure Wounds at 4th level.
Thank you.
Well, actually, you're all taking a short rest, so I mean, they can use hit die.
I
That's a
know.
thing.
Oh,
Yes.
short rest. Fuck, I thought we were taking long rest.
I mean, that's up to
And
y'all.
I heal a good amount.
Oh, shit. That's actually not a bad heal.
Actually, what are my hit die? Hold on. Since I have a mess of classes, I have to look at my hit die.
I am not wasting those spell slots on a short rest.
Yep. Don't do it.
Alright.
1d6 and 68.
And
Oh, damn.
Nice.
Alright, Marlies is back to full.
okay, I'm back up to full. I only took 4 damage from the coin sack to the face.
All right. Well, we will call that in session. If you guys want to try to finish this, because I know next weekend's technically Marlies' campaign. So if you want to try to all finish this week sometime, we can one evening. Maybe we can. But
We'll see how things
I
work.
think we'll call that in session if you want to stop recording or streaming, Marlies.
Well, let's
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for
Bye-bye.
watching.
Thank you for listening.
Goodbye.
Good morning.
Hope it was
Bye-bye. Good
relatively
morning. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
great.
Oh, we had one good viewer. Organized Sound. Thank you for watching.
Who is Organized Sound? I feel like I've seen that before.
He's been in a couple
Oh.
of the campaigns.
Oh, okay.
We got a few more. We got 5 viewers, counting myself.
Hey,
Sorry, Sean.
Sweet.
Sean, bye.
I missed you.
Liar, something like that. And then bye,
Hey,
everyone
Sean,
else.
don't worry.
All right,
Bye,
we're
Sean.
going now. Goodbye. Good night, everyone. We'll
Goodbye,
be here in
good morning,
weeks'
not
time.
good night. It's morning now.
All right,
2 weeks,
whatever.
yeah.
Goodbye.